This podcast is brought to you by FactionMotorsports. We are an automotive performance shop located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our shop is easy to get to from Route 17, 3, and 21. We are also only 15 minutes away from New York City. Faction Motorsports provides services that include, but are not limited to, performance part installations, suspension overhauls, general maintenance, engine installations, tire mounting and balancing, and custom four-wheel alignments with our in-house Hunter alignment machine. We also stock a range of performance products in-house. From AN fittings and gaskets to complete body kits, we try to stock as many parts as we can to provide quick shipping times for our website customers and same-day pickup for locals. Make sure to shoot us an email if you are looking to set up an appointment or if you are looking for a part that is not up on our website. Our email is sales@factionmotorsports.com. We are also on Instagram at Faction Motorsports.
About to go live, and then this is when Frankie chose to do a bunch of other errands.
I mean, it happens, I guess. I know how it goes. I mean, I feel like I run around my shop like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah.
Time, you know?
Wait, for the microphone, you want to get as close to this thing as possible.
I'm so just like
really close to it. You can pull it back.
Yeah,
you can really yank
do
it.
whatever you want to do with it.
Frankie
always got to try to make sure it's like pretty close.
Frankie made this table out of.
See, Malcolm, our mics kind of suck because we got to be up close.
Nah, I like this.
Yeah,
because I can finally lean on the table.
Yeah.
Are we even going to introduce Bill?
Yeah, we got to.
What the hell is that sound? It sounds like a beehive.
Are we live right now?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I'm sitting here like, wait, what?
Welcome, everybody, to the Faction After Hours podcast.
That's great.
We have Bill from Broken Motorsports. Thank you for coming on.
Woo. Thank you, Bill.
There's our live audience.
Oh, I thought I was the live audience.
We have a live audience in the new studio. We're selling tickets for $25 a pop.
Sweet. Yeah, you could put like a little grandstand.
Is that a thing?
Right on the other side.
Yeah, people were saying we should do that, but
that would actually be kind of funny.
Yeah.
I said it literally. It
Put
reminds
some
me.
monitors out there so like people could hear like everybody talking in here.
That I'm okay with, but having people sit there and watch this, I don't think I'm okay with that.
Why?
We have to like put blinds there or something.
You have tons of people watching this every day.
I know, but like physically sitting there, and then they're gonna be like,
That felt really weird to say that there's tons of people watching this every day. We're in the new studio. For those of you who missed maybe the past like 10 episodes or so, we're in a new studio.
10 episodes.
Yeah.
We've been
Bill, you're the second person in here.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's
I'm
pretty
the second
sick.
person ever to walk through that door.
Second person ever.
And we're making changes every time, so now we got different mic stands.
Well, what changed? What changed this time?
This time?
You put some stuff up.
Put some stuff there because people were mad that it was boring.
Boring.
Yeah, they were like, oh, it looks like you're in an office. I'm like, that's because we are.
We are in an office.
We're literally in an office.
We're in a. You know what? It's would you say the color choice in here is kind of officey?
I mean, yeah.
Why didn't you let
But
Princess like?
it's okay though. It's fine. I mean, like it's better than just like all white.
Yeah,
or like
right?
light gray.
Or all black.
I feel like maybe we should have like some of that foam shit that's in that fucking studio.
Dude,
on
I
the
think
wall.
people go way too crazy with that.
No, just a little bit, just to get rid of some of the echo.
Is there echo in this room?
Like a tiny bit, I feel like.
I guess there is, but
Had to burp.
Oh, you burp?
Yeah, I didn't think it would be polite.
You
to do
didn't
that
want to
in
like
the
let us
mic.
hear it?
Yeah,
I might burp in like a few minutes. Here.
I mean that's cool. It's cool. I just didn't know what you guys like. You know,
I don't know. Do we really have from time passes and I'm like, what is the podcast now? Because
it's just a bunch of nerds talking on a table and a mic.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
just
like
how it goes.
Yeah, but are we really
I gotta
nerds?
get used to these mics.
For those of you who don't know, and as myself also didn't know, Bill does some pretty
Interesting.
what would you call? Yeah, or maybe there's this word I used for the definition of it is like a mix or so, but it's eclectic. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Suck my dick.
Jazzy word.
Yeah. Does that
Eclectic.
shock you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, baby. I'm
It shocks me a little bit.
Yeah.
dude. Sixth grade vocab.
Sixth
That
grade.
was a sixth grade vocab word.
I'm
Did you,
on like my 90-year-old vocab where like I'm just like food.
did your school
bathroom,
Did your school
sleep.
do the word exercise shit?
The word exercise?
What the hell was it called? The workbooks. Wordly wise. That's
no,
what the
I have
book
no idea what
was.
that is.
Wordly
I think I'm
wise?
too old for that.
Dude, it would be like it'd just be like complete the sentence type shit. And then imagine a teacher, you have to like check over that and be like, yeah, that looks pretty good.
You ever do a spelling bee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank God Bill said yes.
I never did one.
If
Yeah.
you weren't here,
That was like mandatory like when we were kids.
What?
Yeah.
why?
We had spelling bees in every single class. Like every classroom. So like I grew up in Pompton Lakes. So
Okay.
small town, second grade was like 4 classrooms, right? Like
Okay.
max, right?
That's
But-
still, I feel like, a lot of second graders.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
it's like-
100 second graders.
Nah, it was like, 15, 20 people in each class. So, but like either way, still like every classroom in that grade had like their own competition within each classroom in that grade.
Yeah.
And then like if you won, there was like a final.
You got like McDonald's for the day or something.
No, there was like a final against the other classrooms that were in your grade.
No, I definitely remember some sort of structure that way, but they didn't make us do that.
No, they made us do it.
Do you remember any of the words that you spelled wrong? I can tell you a word I spelled wrong in the 5th grade spelling bee.
Dude, no. I'm
Dude,
too old
I
for that
spelled
shit. I forgot
graffiti
that.
wrong.
Graffiti?
Graffiti.
Yeah. Spell it for me right now.
Wait, what?
Right now, Malcolm, I need you to spell check. Graffiti. Because I know it. I don't think Malcolm needs to spell check me now. I'm a little older than when I was in the 5th grade.
I don't know.
Spell graffiti for me right now.
GRAFF? Or is that wrong already?
I don't know. Malcolm, check it. This is what I'm talking about.
ETTI? I don't know, something like that.
No, you definitely got it wrong. There's no E in graffiti.
There's no E at all?
Yeah,
So it's I's.
it's GRAPHETE.
No, it's not
you
that.
idiot. It's graphite.
GRAFFITI? Or TTI? I don't know.
Pretty sure it's a TTI. I just don't know
Yeah.
if it's an FF
I don't know if
or
it's a
I think
TTI.
it's one F,
I thought
two
it was
T's
F.
maybe.
I forget. What do we got
Shit,
there?
Here we go.
FFITI.
2 F's, 1 T.
Oh, no.
I got it right the
Damn.
second time.
All right. Yeah, I would have said that there was 2 T's.
Dude,
Yeah.
I felt like an idiot.
Yeah,
I just
well,
moved to
whatever.
the new school. Okay. I've never seen a school that looked like this. I went from Jersey City to Ramsey, not far from Pompton Lakes.
Yeah.
One floor, the school was.
Right. Yeah, that's how my that's
It
how
was
my
really
place
weird.
was.
It was really
Yeah, one
weird to
floor.
me. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Anyway,
grade
they
is
made
this?
me 5th grade. The school was 4 and 5. I came from a school where it was kindergarten to 8.
Oh.
Yeah, K to 8. Yeah.
Like
Right.
I went to Catholic school. You didn't go to Catholic school?
No.
I went to Catholic school till the 4th grade. I don't remember anything from it.
Yeah. Well, that's like I feel like
It didn't make you a better person?
other than like the parties and like middle school, high school stuff,
What
Like-
you had parties
Bro.
in middle school?
bro. Like yeah, like we
What kind of parties are you partaking in middle school, Bill?
dude, we started drinking in like 5th grade.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, no.
That's sick. You could probably drink like an animal nowadays.
Well, I mean, now it's just
Maybe
I've
not now.
drank too much.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
just
this
talked
goes-
about this.
Yeah, this goes down to the whole body shutting down on me a couple of
Yeah.
years ago because I've been drinking way too much and just eating like shit. But
Well, now you're back
You know.
probably on the rise.
oh
Probably.
yeah. No, I had to do something, dude. I walked into the shop one day, worked on a car, did like the easiest thing I could do, which was like try to take a mid pipe off a car, you know, like just like little like whoop, 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 3 times like this, and my whole arm locked up all the way into my neck. I couldn't move. Like,
Oh, fuck.
it was like a weird like, and it wasn't like a cramp. It was like just stopped working, and I was just like, okay, gotta go to the
Is that
doctor.
technically a stroke?
Gotta
Did you have
figure
a
it-
stroke?
Well, that's kind of like what I was worried about, right? It was like, oh man, am I having a
what
heart?
do you mean
Am I
worried
having
about?
a
You
heart
didn't go to
attack?
the hospital? This sounds like
No,
hospital
no.
stuff.
No, like went to the doctor the next day. You know, got like blood work. You know,
What was
did
the
thing.
situation?
Well, yeah. What
I
happened?
was just like deficient on everything. Like no good, like low on every vitamin possible in your body.
Damn.
Like my doctor was just like, you need to be like gluten free.
Gluten free.
Yeah, like she's like, you need to do this.
everything
Why?
gluten-free.
Hold on. Why
She's
are
like-
you? Why did you get offended?
Why is everything gluten free all of a sudden? What is
No,
that?
it's not. What
Well-
the fuck? People eat gluten like
You could
hell.
probably explain it to me.
The reality is that gluten's in everything. So it's just
Yeah.
like, you know,
So you gotta be gluten free. You
you
can't.
just
eat
got to
anything.
be. Well, that's the thing, right? So like meat,
Sorry, Malcolm just cracked.
he's popping.
No, you heard it.
Popping beers as we're talking about. You can't drink beers.
Malcolm can.
No.
Yeah, where's that Malcolm cam?
Oh damn!
That
it's a
camera
POV.
sucks, Malcolm. You gotta change that shit. You gotta put that up.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, because that shit is
working
terrible. Now it really looks like we're in an office.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah,
Can
that
you?
view looks like
Yeah.
that.
Can you see my screen? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, back to the conversation.
But yeah, no, I mean like meat is gluten free.
Okay.
Steak, chicken, you know.
Well, there's no. Yeah, meat
whatever.
is not made
Potatoes.
out
How
of
about a
potato.
nice-
Potatoes are gluten free.
How about a nice
all the shit I
donut?
eat.
Nice donut.
Potato
Totally gluten full.
isn't a potato. What is the definition of gluten?
Oh God, I don't know. Do we really have
You
to
failed.
talk
You
about this?
failed the
I mean,
spelling. You failed the spelling bee.
yeah, I did fail the spelling bee.
I don't know.
Like, because I thought. I'm gonna sound so fucking dumb.
everyone
right now.
everyone that comes on this podcast, they think they're gonna be talking about cars, and we end up
I
talking
know
about
we're
the
talking about
dumbest shit.
bullshit.
I
yeah.
thought we already got past that. Me
Oh,
and,
okay.
Me and I already know what Bill's about. He has an ST185 Celica. Sick.
Oh, cool.
I do.
Sick. Not a lot of people have that.
Yeah.
I
He's
do.
a cool guy.
Not to change subjects, but I heard you guys talking about driving somewhere or something in
Oh,
South Jersey.
Harriman.
Oh, is that
Maybe?
what you were talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about Harriman, and we're also talking about where I learned how to drift. Because
Oh right.
you guys' shop is in, you say West
West Berlin. Yeah.
West Berlin.
We're not commies. we're on the west
On
side.
the other side.
We're good.
The good side.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about nothing. So Frankie's.
It's okay. The wall's down now.
I'm looking right at Frankie like, hey, am I saying something good?
It's okay. It doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. No, but yeah, South Jersey, I was explaining how that's where I learned how to drift, and I named the town and the warehouses that were down there that were being constructed, and that now they're all probably done. So now it's like you can't drift there anymore.
So it's
Yeah.
all construction zone.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
feel
lot
like
of that
that's the
going on
ticket.
down there.
Why
though.
were you down there? Oh, because of college.
Yeah, I was there for college.
Okay.
Were you guys already? When was Broken Motorsports established?
2008.
Damn, I was like in diapers still.
No, you were not.
He was spelling things wrong on a spelling bee.
He might have been. You were probably like 14.
I'm actually pretty good at spelling. Give me any fucking word.
Graffiti. He looked up. He looked up at the screen to see if it was there. just
Know
so
your
everyone knows.
resources. Dude, I know how to spell
Come
it
on,
already.
do it.
Graffiti. Graffiti. Graffiti.
You got
Use
it
it in a
right.
sentence.
Use it in a sentence.
Yes, I'm telling you to use it.
No,
in a
no, you
sentence.
use it in a sentence.
We're not playing this game.
All right, fair enough. Anyway,
Hey, look at that
2008.
graffiti.
2008 was a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
All right.
It's been a minute.
It's like 30 years ago.
It
Feels like
feels
that,
like that,
right?
dude.
2008. What the fuck was going on at that time?
Recession.
Yeah.
Best time to open up a shop.
Yeah, that's kind of
Let's go
crazy.
spend money.
Well, you're still here.
Somehow.
Forged by fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like actual, maybe like I would have fucking burned myself. That was probably horrible. What was that like?
I don't know. I left my 6-figure job at a major automotive manufacturer as an engineer and decided to just do the shop.
Wow. See, I didn't know
Damn,
all
so
this.
you did that leap.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people about this leap, where it's like
It is.
you let the two like mix, like hobby and like hobby and career.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you already had mixed it.
Yeah.
But it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. It
Well,
sounds like
I
you're an
did it-
engineer.
I did it. I was there for like 5 years, right?
It's a long time, dude.
It was a long time. It's the only desk job I've ever had. And when the recession hit, they started just pulling back on programs like left and right?
Damn.
They're trying to make themselves profitable by
Yeah.
basically pulling funding from different things and stuff. So, the job was great for the first 2.5 years, and then it kind of just went downhill. And I don't know, I guess I left there 2010. So like I'd get there at like 8:30 in the morning, work till 4:30, jump in the car, try to beat as much traffic as I could down to GSP, get to the shop,
So you worked
like
at 5 to
5
10,
o'clock.
5 to 11.
And
At
then
the
I'd-
shop.
Oh, 5 to 11? Yo, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning every night.
You're bugging.
And then weekends, I would spend Saturdays and Sundays. I'd spend so much time at the shop Saturdays and Sundays that I would almost make more hours in the 2 days that I'd work than I would at the shop.
God.
Like,
You got a
or
significant
like
other?
at the time.
Probably
yeah.
not. Yeah, you did? Mm-hmm. Okay, Frankie, there's hope.
What an angel. That's all I was thinking about. Like, Jesus Christ. That's a
Yeah.
lot of work.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
dude, no, I was
fuck.
putting in 100,
100, probably
120
100
hour
yeah.
weeks on the regular.
So you had the shop before you quit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
And-
tried to hold out for as long as I could because really that was like my race money.
Yeah.
Getting paid every 2 weeks. That was my race money. I was able to go do a ton of racing like
And
that.
what were you focused on when you got the shop? Was it rally racing?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So
What were you racing at the time? Like the chassis? Did you have just one? Or did you
So
have like
I
a
actually
multitude?
in 08, right, I spent like basically the year building up the shop again and everything, or just building up the shop. I mean, I had a reputation. I was basically working a lot out of like my mom's garage and driveway at home, and I just said, like enough's enough. I gotta just get a shop, like So, but yeah, so I didn't have like an actual race car at that time, like in 08, but 09, I went back to rallying with a Bug-Eye WRX.
Good car. I'm just going to be upfront about this, but where do you practice that?
Yeah, like how do you, what is rally racing? Like how do you do this?
Actually, not gonna lie. I feel like I know a couple of places where I actually, not off the top of my head, definitely could throw it, turn through the dirt.
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
like
saying?
especially around here. And your shop was in what town again?
So shop was in Union,
West Berlin.
Union City.
Union City.
Oh, before.
Yeah.
Because for those of you who don't know, that Bill was up here.
It's
Right.
just funny that it was like in Union City, but it's a rally and you're in Jersey. I'm like, where the fuck are you practicing?
Well,
Where
now
are
I feel
you?
he moved where that is.
Yeah,
probably better.
now you're probably closer to more stuff, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so my house is 3 miles from Batstow Village. You know Batstow Village? You talk about off-roading down there.
Is that place cool? I'm
Like
I'm
Warden
new.
State Forest?
I'm new. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We went to
So-
Sarco the other couple weeks ago.
I don't know what that is either.
Dude, it was fun. I'll show you pictures.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm closer to dirt, but like down there, it's more like off-roading. It's not really like
Yeah.
rally type roads. There's just like huge holes.
I'll put
with
you on.
water and
I'll put
like,
you on. I got a spot. Let's
all
go.
right, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, up here, like North Jersey, when I was living up here, I mean, I lived up here my whole life, so like I found every dirt road possible on a map.
This is so
that was in
weird to
North
me.
Jersey.
How often were you at the hotel that was by where I was from? Do you know what I'm talking
Where,
about?
like up by Ramsey?
Yeah.
What you talking about, like the Sheridan?
Yeah, dude.
Like the
You know
Crossroads?
that's out of business now? They're
Yeah.
gonna blow it up or something?
Yeah, I heard that.
Wait, can we find out when that is?
Yeah,
That's
we should.
crazy.
We should go.
That's crazy. That place has been like a
Huge.
Yeah, it's
a
been there
staple.
like a beacon.
Dude,
Yeah.
I moved to Ramsey probably around 2010,
All right.
2009.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I saw. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that spaceship looking
Went to
thing?
mad
What is that-
Sweet 16s
why is
in
that
that
there?
bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But-
that's crazy.
Dude, yeah, no, going back there was probably one of my first times like being like, yeah, damn, off-roading is kind of fun.
Yeah, a lot of off-roading over there.
You can't drive a.
But not real like rally stuff.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, it's just off-roading stuff.
I took my Subaru WRX over there once. Buckeye.
Right. Yeah.
We're talking about this spot openly now because I feel like
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're fucking,
Yeah.
That place is going to be
I
a
mean, we're not-
condominium complex.
We're not going there. So.
We
Yeah,
should.
I'm not going there.
Yo,
Yeah.
let's send the Chevy.
No.
This is why I wish Chris was here, yo. I have a story, and Chris was there that day, like in his old Xterra.
What'd you guys
Dude,
do?
it was. Why is it? What did you guys do?
What did you do?
right away?
Because you fucked something up. I'm
No,
sure. No.
we were just having a good time. Is that possible? Like
For you?
insane. Okay.
Something happened.
Anyway, we're going through the track, and we run into these guys. A bunch of like a big group of Hispanic guys. None of them spoke English,
Okay.
but like you got the common ground of hey, we're all here illegally.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. Fuck it. Maybe they were there different illegally than
Maybe.
we were,
Maybe.
but all on common ground. Hey,
They were,
hush, hush.
they were stashing bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
But this is what they had. They had, I think it was a Ford Explorer, like not the good gen, like it was like the one that blows up.
The original Ford Exploder.
The Exploder.
I had 2 of those.
Did they explode?
Why? How did you not learn after the first one? Why would you buy a second?
Well, we had 2 at the same time.
Oh,
they were
okay.
the sports, and they were both, so they were 2-door, 5-speed cars, 4-wheel drive.
Oh, you got the fuck. What would you call that? The Type X. You got the
Type X.
you got the hatch.
Yeah. No, I mean, they were
Explorer.
like they
That
were
thing
like
was ripping, dude. They would
94,
They would do
95
this with
model
it.
years, and that was like 98.
they would park it like in the water. I don't
Right.
know if you remember what it's like a little further in the Sheridan.
Yeah,
but you could get like
kinda.
in a river type
Right.
of situation.
Yeah, I remember the river.
They would put it in the water, like park it. I don't know. Again, I don't know shit about off roading at this time. I still don't. But like they would park it and then just like put it in a second and just like and just like let it rip
Why were they doing
like
that?
20 times. I don't know. I told you there was a language barrier.
Just
like a
park
big
it in
puddle.
the water and then go.
Yeah.
Right,
And they
yeah.
would drive like halfway out into the river and turn around and come back. I'm like, you know, you could bring. You're not getting anything accomplished. I feel like if you're crossing a river, why wouldn't you just go all the way across the
I feel
river?
like that
Right.
spot used to. You used to be able to get away with a lot in that spot, like years
Yeah,
ago.
what you fucked around over
I
there?
used to
Frankie?
quad there when I was young.
You're a quad guy?
Yeah.
You didn't just ride a dirt bike?
No, I wish.
You're
I wish I
fucking-
did.
Yeah, I had
Lucky.
quads and dirt bikes too.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a quad or a dirt bike?
Depends on what you're doing, I think.
I never really got to ride a dirt bike.
Yeah,
Dirt bikes seem a lot more fun, but definitely more dangerous.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. Until
kind
the quad wants to roll on you. And then,
Which I've seen happen to someone too. Almost took his dick off.
yeah,
How?
it got stuck.
You can't just say
I don't know
that.
what they.
Yeah, like, yeah, the safety
he
came
did
off.
something like he went over something, and the whole fucking quad came over, and it literally landed on him, and like the handlebar was like right by his fucking dude. I was
Man,
like,
I can't.
That's not rip-
dude.
dude. He said he got off, and he was just like so scared.
He got off and like his
just
dick
feeling
was
his-
just pinched.
He
and
like
it
took
was-
his pants off right away.
Oh
and was
my
like,
god.
like
Yeah, is it
panicking.
still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the handlebars kind of like nipped him on the way down or something.
Yeah, I remember he was
dude.
scared
Oh.
shitless.
check the whole like double checking thing just awoke like a really bad memory. You know, you ever have one of those bad falls where that happens?
Where you gotta check your nuts.
Do you snowboard or ski, Bill?
Yeah,
Which one?
ski.
Ooh, I'm glad you're here because we could talk about this.
You fucking what is the word?
Oh,
What is it?
they're talking about
Skies.
it. Yeah, do you
Wait.
know that Disney movie?
Johnny Capahala?
Johnny Tsunami. There's like
No, I don't think I've seen this one.
it's like some skiing and snowboard fucking movie, and they have like nicknames for the other fucking.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
So
nah,
the
definitely never
snowboarders
seen
are the urchins and like the skiers are the skies or whatever. Frankie put this movie on the day before we went snowboarding. Hopefully get in
training.
the mood.
Training.
Yeah, man.
that was the first time I snowboarded, and it was.
You did pretty fucking good. Like we didn't really get any runs with each other. He just stayed with Jesse probably so that I wouldn't make fun of him.
Carl was also on another level, so he was.
I was just having a good time.
doing his
That's
own
cool.
thing.
Yeah.
But
Look,
yeah.
man, I rarely get to. I said I was gonna have a good time.
But like when you go there and you're learning how to do one, you're watching the other people. So you're watching skiers, and you're like,
Yeah.
which one is easier? I don't know. Like I'm trying to figure it out.
Do you have any
That's
input?
a tough one. So
Do you have any input? Yeah.
for me, right?
Okay.
Like I've tried both. I've been skiing my whole life, but like when I tried snowboarding, and keep in mind, I skateboard when I was a kid.
Hey,
you know what I mean? Like for
Bono.
years. And when I tried snowboarding, I mean, this is when I was like, in the heyday of like my snowboarding and surfing years.
Yeah.
Or not snowboarding, skateboarding and surfing years. I tried snowboarding and it was like, I couldn't do it.
Dude.
It is not. Keep in mind, technology back then was like very different.
What do you
Boards
mean? What do you
weighed, dude, snowboards
what era
weighed
is this?
so much. Oh my God.
What, like 2004? 5?
Bro.
6? 7?
Bro.
How old are you, Bill? I actually have no idea.
42.
What?
Yeah.
You and Frankie, I don't know if this is good, but like
What? Old people on the side of the table.
Bro, you guys look the
I'm
same
33.
age.
So,
Look at
so
you.
he looks young. So
Yeah,
looks
he
young.
does look young.
That's what you meant to say.
Or
Yeah, I'm young.
No,
I'm
no
not
or.
42.
Okay.
I'm 32. It was a mix up.
Yeah.
32.
dude, what the fuck, Bill? You look fucking great.
Well, thank you, I guess.
You must have
Trying
a
to
little
pick
bit
me
of
up
Asian
or something?
in
You
you.
said you want to take me out to dinner later.
Dude, you must have a little bit of Asian.
Cut the
on
gluten
you.
out,
No
and
way.
that was it.
Right, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you said you did cut the gluten out. Maybe you got like a little, that gave you like the little Benjamin Button thing.
Yeah, I'm going backwards, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you stop eating potatoes and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that was probably like 94, dude.
94, yeah.
Fuck.
Snowboards probably were just straight wood, plank.
Yeah. No
Dude,
technology.
you probably
no
were an
technology.
urchin and a sky guy. That's when that was going on. Like the
Yeah.
war between snowboarders and skiers, did that exist back
Oh,
then?
that was a thing. For real. For real.
So you had to choose.
Yo, I was a punk kid. I would hit fucking snowboarders with my poles all the fucking time going by them. Fucking just whack them. All the time.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
See-
And
What did you
like-
say? That's
and-
kind of like racism, but for snowboarding?
Oh, yeah, totally.
That's kind of weird
Totally.
to me.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I
mean, things are
never
very
think
different
that
now,
way
you know?
anyway.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's not like it used to be. I mean, you go to like Vernon Valley, Great Gorge, which is now Mountain Creek, right? Back then.
The fact that you even
it was
called
a
it that?
free-for-all back then, dude.
What do you mean free for all? Like you could stab somebody and like
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I
with
mean,
the pole, like-
yo, you ever seen the Action Park movie?
I
need
didn't
to
see
watch
the
this.
movie, but
Did
yeah,
you
I
watch
saw it.
that?
No.
All right,
I
but you seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, you got to
But-
watch that, but because that's all true.
My buddy's
That's no joke.
dad would tell us stories about that.
Oh, yeah. No, that place.
But that's it. That's all I know about
Oh,
it.
dude, yeah. No, that's all the stories
Malcolm,
you hear. That's
can you
all
look
true.
up when Action Park was shut down? I have a weird memory that I was there
Nah.
on that little sled
on
thing.
the
On the
Alpine
luge?
slide?
Something?
Yo, the Alpine slide was the
That-
best.
I have this
You
weird
got
memory
memories
that I
of
was
this
there.
shit?
Dude.
Like Malcolm, if you pull up
I was definitely there.
96?
Definitely there.
Yeah,
You
close
you
to
have a
96.
memory?
I'm telling you, dude, that luge thing
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Alpine slide, whatever.
You're telling me you remember going to the water park at age 4
No,
or
not
5?
the water park. I was at the other.
I think they kept the Alpine slide open. Like they reopened it
Oh, really?
after Action Park
Okay,
closed.
then that makes sense.
But yeah, no, like
Not that shit, Malcolm. That shit is so sketchy.
for real.
That's real?
Oh no, this was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hit that?
So hell no.
Oh, my God.
No. The week though. So we would go there a couple times a year typically, right? But the week before we went, somebody got killed in this, right? So literally somebody come down this, didn't make it over, came back down. They sent another dude before that. They seen the other guy come out.
Oh my god.
Boom.
dude.
Like, and then people get stuck in that. And yo, it was hot as hell in some of this stuff, right? You're
Just
talking
baking
middle
in
of the
the
summer.
sun.
You're just baking in a
Yeah.
black tube, dude.
That just looks like
That
a
you can't see
gigantic
anything in.
didgeridoo.
You didn't
It's
go
just
down
a
that
black
thing?
hole. No. Hell no, I
The
didn't
tube,
go down
the
that.
tube of death.
No,
This
that
is
thing
real?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
like,
made
would
they
be-
made
like-
that, but that was the only one in existence. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that was the only one.
Maybe if
they
that-
just kind of like threw it for like.
Look,
loot,
I'm looking
literally.
at this.
For audio
those
lis-
yeah,
yeah.
for audio listeners only. It's a picture of a slide with a loop-de-loop. I'm pretty sure Travis Pastrana did the same shit. This is like some intrusive
Somehow it came
thought.
out.
This is some intrusive thought shit though.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like I've seen this.
I
I've
saw
thought
a
of this
documentary on this thing.
Yeah.
on
Like
this.
this specific part
Right.
they were talking about it.
Yeah. They do talk about this in the movie.
Maybe
So-
I did see the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Action Park was what was it? Like was it just a water park
It was
or
really
is it
like a water
legitimately
park.
action only?
Yeah, it was really a water park, right? So the water, there's 7 lakes, like at the top of the mountain, right?
Okay.
That are ice cold, right? Ice cold. You hit the water, you freeze, dude. You go into shock. And that's no joke. Like, they talk about all this in the movie, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember all of this. Like, I remember going off that T-rope thing, dropping in that pool of water, and just like screaming because and then I'm drowning because all the air is coming out of my lungs. I was screaming, you know what I mean? They're like, oh,
in the middle of the summer, it was still ice cold.
Oh my God, dude, it was so cold.
It's kind of sick though.
So cold. But the ski area during the winter, it's owned by the same people. It's
Yeah.
operated by the same people, basically, right? So
They're probably living rich back then.
oh, dude, back in the day, though,
Cocaine was probably falling from the sky.
over there, probably. I don't know. I was
1,000%. Not yet.
I was a kid. You know?
Not that you were thinking about that.
No. But the what do you call it?
Heron?
At night. Night skiing. They have night skiing in Mountain
Yeah.
Creek.
Which doesn't exist everywhere else, by the way.
No, it doesn't.
Thank God. That's just kind of sketchy.
That's mostly a Jersey, PA thing.
It's sick.
Yeah, night skiing's fun.
Yeah.
But when back then, now they close at 9 o'clock or something.
no.
It's
How long
early,
did
9 o'clock,
Yeah,
10 o'clock, whatever. I don't know what they're doing after COVID now, but before. They would be open till on weekends or Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. They would be open till midnight or 1 o'clock. They used to do they used to do this free for all 24 hours. They'd be open towards the end of the season. Every year they would do this crazy up all night ski party drink whatever.
That's sick.
Dude. Yeah, no, it used to be fun.
Why can't that happen anymore? What
I
did
don't
COVID
know.
produce that all of a sudden?
I don't think it's COVID. I think it's just. Everybody's so happy and the insurance stuff.
Bro, no.
He's just talking about things closing early.
It's
which is true.
yeah.
It's shit
Yeah,
closing
no, that
early. It was
sucks.
after COVID. I feel like everything that was fun to do
Yeah,
past
diners.
a certain time.
Dude, diners? I cannot believe diners are closed. At 10 o'clock. now.
Literally.
Where am I supposed to
we
get
have
a
one
quesadilla
diner
at
we can
2
go
a.m.?
to over here right now. That's it.
Where?
The one in Hackensack. Chit Chat.
Chit chat.
Yeah. Which I fucking hate.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it
Yeah,
really
it's
works
not,
out.
It's not a great diner.
It's
Not a
good
great diner
restaurant.
after 9 or 10 o'clock when they give you the fucking late night menu. I'm like, first of all,
Oh, they got a late night menu now?
The fuck are we doing?
Jesus.
Is that not just a normal menu?
No, dude. If you go at 9 or 8, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? It's gonna be a normal menu.
Well, what am I gonna get differently here? You want me to
Trust
get
me,
a pot roast?
They got a lot of food on there.
I get the same thing: buffalo chicken wrap or something, waffle fries.
I don't know, dude. That shit. I mean, the food is not bad. It's just the menu options on that late night menu. I'm like,
It's just because
COVID.
Frankie can't get chicken franchise
no, that's not why.
with
Although
no
that does
mushrooms
sound good.
Chicken
or
franchise.
capers or anything that resembles
All
a
the
vegetable.
wraps, everything. It's just fucking. There's 2. You're like, dude, I don't want any of this shit.
I like it.
If we go
over
to
there.
Chit Chat at night, I just get a burger. That's it. That's all I can do.
Damn.
But yeah, that's the only one. Everything else,
Yeah.
I mean, the one up the street that we go to all the time closes at 11, so that's not that bad. But I don't want to be checking my phone
Right,
and
yeah.
looking to see when the diner closes. The whole
Yeah.
point of the fucking diner is you just go there whenever
Right.
you want.
Every diner used to be 24 hours.
Yeah.
And now every diner is closed by 10.
Yeah,
Sucks.
if it's
Dude.
even there anymore.
Right. Yeah. If it even made it through COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I think of with COVID.
I'm having a problem right now where I can't think of a spot where it's damn, I can't wait to go. I want to go here so badly. I'll go here. That's my favorite food spot. I'm going to get this favorite food thing.
And then it's closed.
And no. I just can't pick something in general because I feel like all food right now is just you're just oh, this is some savory food or that's some sweet food. Nothing stands out to me anymore. I'm damn, I'm just fucking.
I wonder when Halal Guys in the city
Thai
closes.
food and Indian food for me, man.
Your Thai food Indian
That's the
food,
exact shit that I don't want to eat. I feel like Indian food, I can't say anything because I never really had Indian food, to be honest.
Yeah.
Thai food,
and
I
Indian
know I
food
don't
love.
like it.
I don't
pretty
like
sure.
Indian food because of the way that the flavors intertwine with stuff. It's not really my cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's
It's
for
not that I
everybody.
don't like curry. I like
Yeah.
maybe a different style of curry. Filipino curry kind of is the same thing as
Yeah.
Japanese curry, so I like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's different taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone tried to give me sesame something from a Thai place, and I was like, oh, that sounds like it'll be good. And then I ate it, and I was like, this tastes like
Sesame what?
something noodles or something. I was like, what?
Oh, cold sesame noodles
Maybe.
or something.
Maybe.
Some places don't make it good though.
Yeah.
If
I don't know.
somebody asked you, Frankie, what is the most exotic thing you've ever eaten? Do you have an answer to that, or
Exotic? Probably
Yeah.
not. No, I don't really have an answer for
trying
that.
to think of what I've eaten that's really fucking weird. I've had
Jellyfish.
frog. You've ever had frog? You've had jellyfish? Like where, from the shore? Don't eat those, dude.
I don't.
Yeah, box fish from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
shore.
Yeah, don't eat the jellyfish off the
beach.
Jersey Shore, please.
I
Right
would
on the
like to
beach.
eat a frog, but I never have.
Like cooked though.
Yeah,
right?
I eat a frog.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what you sometimes.
I'd eat anything.
No, you wouldn't though.
No, I wouldn't eat an insect probably. An insect is probably where I'm going to draw
Yeah,
a line.
no.
I couldn't do the insect thing either.
I got like a texture thing. I don't eat a lot of stuff.
Yeah, big on the texture thing.
Don't eat a lot of
Like
stuff.
biting into a chicken nugget and getting that piece of gristle is enough for me to be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm good on the nugs
Yeah,
for
no.
tonight.
If I'm eating like steak, it's always like a filet mignon.
If I'm on Fear Factor
Because I'm
or
just like
something,
We're
I
on
don't,
it.
I don't
We're on
want I don't want the fat.
if
you
I'm
know?
on Fear Factor and they're like, here's a horse testicle or a cricket, I'm eating that testicle.
Yeah?
I don't know. I think I'd go for the cricket.
I don't
Yeah,
want
cricket
anything to
is
do with
less
these
service
fucking
area.
insects.
You just
Yeah.
want to put fucking
Balls
balls
in
in
my
your
mouth.
Yo.
No, seriously, I think I would though.
Yeah,
I'd be
that-
like, that's meat or some kind of
Yeah.
protein of some sort. I know the bug
I mean,
is
crickets are
but-
too, but
It's crickets
especially crickets.
Yeah, aren't crickets like crazy high in protein?
Yeah, they
Bugs,
are.
I don't fuck with it.
especially when you're
Malcolm,
like,
can you look up how much protein is in one cricket, please?
oh man,
It's a lot. It's a crazy,
Yeah, it
shocking
is. It's
amount.
like-
Really?
Why do I know that?
I don't know. I know
It must have
that
been on a
too.
milk.
I wonder why there's so much.
Bro,
Is that a lot?
16 grams of protein in a tiny ass cricket?
What?
Oh,
that's
a cricket is
crazy.
70% protein, while beef is only 40.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's like a tiny little
Look
snack.
at cricket protein bar. I'll eat that.
Yo.
I'm going to find that and I'm going to make you eat it.
I'll probably eat it as long as there's no legs sticking out or anything.
Yeah.
There probably isn't.
Probably not.
Did you see the packaging?
Only time I'm eating a cricket is
Looks
the,
like a Cliff Bar.
the end of the world. I'll eat a cricket. That's it. That's the only time.
End of the
Dude,
world.
I don't know.
That's coming soon. If you
It
didn't
might
know.
be. Dude, it might be.
That
coming
Instagram,
soon.
Facebook outage thing the other day, I was like,
Dude,
I didn't even
the
know this-
Instagram, Facebook thing yesterday.
What
Yo,
happened? I
don't
saw
know. It just-
something.
you couldn't,
only-
like it wouldn't refresh.
the only reason
That's
I
great.
knew it was happening was because I went to go check Facebook Marketplace like I do every 5 minutes because I'm a
Right.
crackhead.
Yeah.
least he
new?
admits it.
What can I buy?
Yeah.
What can
And
I buy with the money I don't have?
With the money I don't have. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, it sounds like you could relate to that.
No,
Oh, yeah.
we
Yeah,
talked about
all the
this
time.
already.
Yeah.
But it logged me out and I was like, oh, okay, I guess somebody's sending out
right,
my
yeah.
nudes.
Yeah, it logged me out.
I don't have nudes,
about
but
that.
maybe there's AI now. Maybe somebody made it. Hopefully AI makes me like fucking look pretty decent.
I got lucky. Nothing logged me out or anything.
How would you even know? You don't even check that shit.
I do. I do. Like twice a day.
Have you checked your Friendster?
No, Carl. I didn't have a Friendster.
Man, I haven't heard that in forever.
I bet Bill did though.
Fucking Friendster. Dude,
Dude,
what the fuck?
Friendster, man.
I don't know. I don't think I did. Actually,
You don't think I know
I
about
had a
that shit?
MySpace. That was it.
I had
Yeah,
a
I definitely
MySpace.
had a MySpace.
I had a MySpace. I feel like I don't want to say this, but like I feel like we are that or at least my generation is like that last I had a MySpace
Yours is.
Yeah.
generation. Because like when I had a MySpace, I was still kind of a kid.
The thing is, you're still millennial, so
Yeah, but like a tail end of it. But
yeah.
when I had
it
a
is
MySpace,
tail
I was
end.
definitely too young to be on MySpace, which is big red flag right there. Definitely.
Yeah,
shouldn't-
you were definitely too young to be on
Yeah,
MySpace.
I was like 13, 14,
Yeah.
maybe on MySpace. Bro, what was your MySpace profile? Do you guys remember?
I remember my shit kind of.
Do you remember your song you had on your shit, Bill? What song did you have on your MySpace profile?
God, no. I have
Why?
no
what is
idea.
Bill? Yo, what song do you think?
I don't
Bill
know
had
what
on his
Bill's
My-
into music wise.
Yeah, what are you listening to?
I feel like you'd have some CKY on there.
Everything.
Give me 3 people that you listen to maybe on your playlist right now.
3 people.
Ice Spice. You listening to that?
What the hell is that?
Spicy Ice.
What is
No.
that? I don't think I've ever even heard of that.
No one knows who that is. Don't
Yeah, I
worry
have
about
no
it.
idea what that
An
is.
enigma.
I'll give you 3 genres because that's
Okay.
like
All right.
I listen to everything.
Definitely
Okay.
some electronic shit.
Yeah,
You're an
for sure
music guy?
electronic shit, but like drum and bass and jungle are pretty much my go-to, or like weird
Jesus
like
Christ,
or like
yeah,
super
yeah.
deep like dark OSI shit.
Okay.
Like
Like underground type
yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
like underground rave illegal like
big time bass, like super deep.
Yeah.
Like,
You're a
no
90s
words.
electronic
Yeah.
user.
Well,
like a
yeah,
90s
I'm
electronic
from
music
the fucking
music.
90s.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm from the 80s, but whatever.
Dude, 80s was sick, huh?
But well, I mean, I
right there.
I grew
I
up
was.
in electronic, music
Yeah.
development. I mean, it came from the 80s basically.
That's insane. Dude, I
So-
personally fucking love 80s music. That's one of my favorite genres. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, I like the 80s, but I it's definitely not like something I listen to all the time. So stuff that I listen to all the time, for sure, like electronic music like that.
Okay.
Like I was listening
Damn, I
to
got
drum
that.
and bass.
I got that right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was
Gold
listening
star
to-
for you.
Listen to drum and bass on the way here. And then alternative pretty regularly.
Grunge. You look like a
Obviously,
grunge guy because that was
yeah,
90s. That
yeah.
was
Why does he look like a
Obviously.
grunge guy?
because he's a 90s guy. He's,
Yeah. I mean, I had hair
you can't escape. it.
almost as long as yours when I was a kid.
I don't like
Now-
grunge.
now-
Honestly,
I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say your hair.
Well, it was like a
I don't
big
either, but-
thing then, but like still, like I don't even really like listen to that
Yeah.
too much now. I don't know.
So you were into cars back then as well, like in the
bro, I've
90s?
been into cars since I was.
So what were you
a kid.
whipping in like 90 or in like when did you get like your license technically? Was that like
Okay, so before
Oh.
I had my license, I already owned like 15 cars.
that's sick? You're
So I
crazy
started buying and selling
crackhead
cars
for
when I
that.
was 12. I've been working on cars since I'm 5.
Hustling. Dude, would you buy a car from a 12?
that's what I mean.
Fuck.
So ironically,
What the fuck is going on?
I don't have my first car, but I have my second car.
Okay.
Still.
What was the car?
Porsche 914. I bought it for $300.
That mid-engine, John? Do you know what that is?
No.
It's the
Porsche
predecessor.
Don't bring it up.
Predecessor to the
Sorry.
Boxster.
Yeah. It was the
What basically saved Porsche.
it was a
Really?
Porsche.
Not the 914. The Boxster saved Porsche.
Yeah.
But
The 914, there was this 914 driven by this guy who I thought was going to abduct
Oh
me.
wow,
once.
that's cool as hell.
yeah, so mine is silver. Like kind of like that one.
And
there.
Psycarpedia, that one.
What the fuck?
But I painted, so mine's like more like this, just like the sail panel.
I'm
here
looking at
is,
the
like, painted.
headlights and trying to figure
Shit
out what the
looks
fuck.
This is the new
sick.
resto mod
I
thing
fuck
that
with
they
that.
made.
You ever heard of the 914-6?
What year was it?
Yeah, I almost bought one actually up in Mawa.
Had a 911 motor. Dude, I think I know.
I think it's kind
You know
My-
where all the mansions are? Like
Yeah,
off-
my
off,
dad-
like 202.
Yeah, my dad had a 911, like a 84.
Right. Okay.
And so there was like a little community that he was like a part of where
So-
there was like people with that.
So you
kinda
know like
car.
where the mansions are in Mawa?
Yeah.
Like just off 202. Like if you're going 202 north, you make the right into like the mansions up on the hill or whatever the hell there.
Yeah.
On that road, there used to be this guy that had like a shed, like I call it a shed, like a big shop outside of his house, right? Kind of
Yeah.
run down place, like kind of looked a little like junkyardy. Eventually the Mawa, owners community, whatever, probably got him kicked out or whatever.
Yeah,
But
they're like,
because
"Yo,
I
you
don't
can't
think that
have
place
this
is
shit
there
here."
anymore. Yeah, I don't think that place is there anymore. But that dude had a 914-6 with like GT flares on it, sitting in like his yard.
Just sitting,
Yeah.
covered in moss, probably covered in algae or whatever the hell grows on it.
So I bought my 914, my first 914 when I was 12, $300, and I built it through high
300
school.
beans?
We
$300.
weren't even a teenager.
No, I was
Yeah,
12
what
years
was I
old.
buying at 12?
Yeah.
Probably like a McDonald's meal or something.
Yeah,
And
and then
I saved up money.
yeah, that 914-6 with the wide body on it, or like I say wide body, but like the factory GT look thing. Like the dude just had it sitting there, and like one day I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go knock on his door, see how much he wanted for it." And like keep in mind, I paid $300 for my 914, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't run or whatever, but kind of the same situation where I was just like sitting in a field for a while.
Yeah.
This dude wanted like 10 grand for that car,
Yeah.
and back then that was like
That's a
crazy
shitload
money.
of money.
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah, like I could buy a running 911 for that much back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's probably around what my dad paid
Like
for.
I could probably buy a 964 for not much beyond that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I was
at that
looking for
time.
some reason at 964s around like a 2009
Oh, maybe not
era.
964s. I mean,
964s were like 12 grand in like 2007 and
no, I
2008.
know.
It was
Yeah,
sick.
yeah, yeah. No, everything. So yeah, I mean that's.
Do you know what 964 is, Frankie?
Yeah, is that the 80s 911?
No, that's a G. Oh God.
964 is
G30?
a
64.
Um,
is
but,
it a 911 or no?
Yeah, it is a 911.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like from 89 to
okay. So it's early 90s.
93.
It's like my favorite one.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
got
the
like you
best
could always tell
911.
because it's got that. This is the best one too. It's like a 3.6 turbo car, but
Yeah, that's the,
you could always tell by the like the side skirt, right? Like that's like the dead giveaway on a 964. But and then they started 993 and
993 is the
one
last
with the
air cooled.
sleeker one.
94 to
Yeah.
97.
Yeah, I like this one the most.
Something like that. But yeah, I where in Pompton I grew up, guy had a 3.6R turbo, like that black one right there, and dude would come down the hill every day with
Wow.
with that thing, like, oh my god. Dude. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, the
That's a
914
sharp car
sixes are
right
super cool. They're crazy money now. If I had 10 grand back then, but it's like how many cars, when you were growing up, how many cars are worth so much more now? It's like,
Yeah,
if we knew.
Dude, everybody who had a 914, I feel like back then was like, nah, I'm not saying that you're weird, Bill.
Oh no, I'm weird.
But I knew another guy with a 914, and it was, I mentioned I went to school in South Jersey at Rowan.
Yeah.
There was this guy. We just finished painting my body kit. I bought this body kit for like $64, and like we like pieced it together. I watched a couple videos on how fiberglass worked.
Right.
So bad. Anyway, we forgot to put the back plate back on the car, and we went to go get gas. 914, I think it was a 6, unless he made it that way.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Pulls right in. I'm like, oh my God, I've seen this car before. I could talk to the owner. The owner comes right up. It's this guy. Gets out. Skinny dude. Long white hair. Like picture Frankie's hair, but like long white hair.
So Magnus Walker walked out.
Skinny as fuck. Sig. I'm right next to the gas pump. Sig in the mouth. You guys all right? Blah, blah, blah. Starts talking to me. He's like, yeah, I got a recording studio right up the road. I know where the car is. It's like a bunker-looking building that's in front of it. And he's like, yeah, I got a recording studio. Starts talking to me about it. My one roommate that was there, he plays the sax. He's good at music. He starts talking about music.
Sexy sax man, saxogram.
He starts talking about fucking. He starts talking about having like crazy artists that were going through there, like crazy bands during the 80s, just rolling up, going all the drugs and shit.
And he had a 914.
Yeah, 914. 914. And
I would have
was
had
like,
a 911.
yeah, you guys should come by and we'll record something. That's when I was like, all right, buddy, that was sick,
Yeah,
but I'm going.
What are we going to record? I'll come. Yeah, sure, whatever.
But I want to know why you mentioned your back plate was off.
Because I wanted to go back immediately.
Oh, okay.
Like the moment that I went around the car to like, I probably went to go take a picture of it. I'm like, look at it, it's done.
Oh, wait, there's no
And
plate.
then I'm like, oh, damn, there's no
Yeah.
plate on it. And like, I was scared to
What car was that?
commit a crime back then. S13 Coupe with a SR. The body kit was really
Coupes
bad.
for life.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not a hatch guy.
Ah, dude,
Don't like hatches.
hatch.
Yeah.
Don't like hatches.
Hatch looks like a
That's-
sports car. Like it's like
That was a thing, though. Everyone wanted a coupe.
Yeah.
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 I feel like it's going the other way now.
why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's rigidity.
I don't. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's yeah.
I mean,
there's
people are-
many
the coupe
reasons
is more
to,
rigid than the
People are
hatch.
analyzing
many
the fact
reasons
that
to
it-
have a coupe over a hatch.
Yeah.
Name one other reason besides rigidity.
A lot of people like the Sylvia front end.
You can,
But you can do
yeah,
a Sil 80.
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Ricardo's
agree.
the only one that has one that I like because it looks OEM.
Yeah. Some of them look good. Well, literally, like I can count them on one hand, but they are out there.
Hey, look, we
I like-
finally got back to talking about cars. Look at that.
Yeah, it happens
Effortlessly.
Yeah.
It does come back sometimes.
But I wanted to know, you got the shop. I'm sure we're still going to talk about before that because you were literally 12 when you bought your first car, which is insane to me still. But you get the shop. What are you focused on? Is drifting in your life yet at that time?
Oh, boy. So I was always the stubborn kid that wanted to go rally.
Yeah.
And
Why is that stubborn?
because I should have just went the easy path and I should have just went to drifting.
No, dude.
And I say that because when drifting really got started here,
Yeah.
like in the US, I say here, the US.
Yeah.
Like I was there. I was at E-Town for the first drift day they ever had.
So you went to that D1 GP or D1?
Oh yeah, no, I was at D1 GP. I was at the first like parking lot events that they ever had.
That's cool.
I was there the day they like signed Forsberg.
That's so crazy.
The first time anybody got sponsored for like legit, like for real.
I just watched a video the other day on YouTube. I don't know who made this playlist, but it's like a bunch of 2000s YouTube videos. And there's a video. I sent it to you. Did you watch any of it?
I
Frankie?
didn't watch it yet. I know it's long, so I didn't know. He's gonna know the video.
It was Drift Alliance Bad as Hell.
Okay.
It was like an hour-long film. It's sick as fuck. Type it in on YouTube.
There's a few
And it's-
movies that they have.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They put out a few DVDs and
Dude,
stuff. Yeah, I
gotta
mean, like
check
Drift
that out.
Alliance used to be like a massive, like
It was
like
sick.
drift group.
I didn't
thing.
know about a lot of them in that way. Like Tony
really-
Angelo. Like I didn't
Yeah.
really know who that was.
Yeah, yeah,
Or Ryan Hampton.
right.
Like who looks like a good time in the video.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like a good time.
Like I was like, yeah, dude, that guy knows how to fucking party, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, like Drift Alliance, I think just kind of like everybody just kind of grew apart because
Well,
you
they
know,
all did big stuff.
No.
right?
I mean, they all did great stuff. I mean, Tony Angelo, eventually became, like just recently, he was like, I don't know, a year or two ago, he was like the host of like the
Haggerty's.
Hot Rod TV show.
Yeah.
Which is insane because I for me that's insane, right? Because I
Yeah.
grew up watching like hot rod shows with my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like for me to like wake up on a Saturday morning and watch, how to modify or lightly modify or whatever, a car, usually, pre-60s stuff back then, as a kid. And then to have Tony, who's
Yeah.
like somebody I know, end up
like-
being
like
the
a blend of
end up
both.
being the show like host, like, dude, it's still mind blowing to me. Like that's so cool.
I didn't know who that was, so I did it kind of backwards. Like I saw
Right.
an episode. I saw this episode where they brought the Lincoln to E-Town. And I was
right.
like, what the fuck?
Oh, I think
This is at E-Town.
Yeah.
And I actually think Chris was in the back seat of it. And they're driving this Lincoln. And I was like, what the fuck? This is so random. And then now, after watching that film, I'm like, that was not random at all. Like, that
Right.
guy's
Oh, no.
been going there for years.
Well, Chris Forsberg and Tony Angelo were the ones who went to Mike Knapp and said, hey, like, we want to try drifting here.
Like, dude, Frankie, Petty was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
Sure he
knew
was.
who Petty was, or what he looked like.
Oh
Until,
yeah,
like, it
and you
had,
look
like,
at those
a-
videos from those dudes way back then. You're
And
like,
I'm
who
like,
the hell are these
No,
guys?
no. Now
They
I'm
look
like,
nothing alike.
dude, no. There's a clip of him like squatting down and smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, yup, nope, I've met this guy before. Like I know exactly
Yeah,
who
yeah,
this
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Because he's doing the same.
Yeah,
it looks
some
exactly
of
the
them
same.
are the same mannerisms.
I'm like, holy crap,
For
that
sure.
looks exactly the same. Like it looks like he'd never age. Like cigarettes must be the power. Like secret sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's secret sauce.
I feel like if you smoke cigarettes and you stop cigarettes, then you die.
You might. Yeah.
So like if you smoke cigarettes,
Yeah.
you probably just have to
That's
keep
actually
smoking
pretty
Your
cigarettes.
body
accurate.
just goes into shock.
You ever see somebody who's like mad old and
Probably
they're still
after a
buying
certain
packs?
age. After a certain age.
What do
If
you
you
mean?
quit before 40, maybe you'd be all right.
You're on your deathbed, you're not gonna smoke a nice little fucking.
But if you quit after
Newport.
40 or something, that's a wrap.
You've never smoked a cig in your entire life.
No. But I'm thinking about my dad, who definitely should not be alive right now, and he smokes every day.
My dad moved on to vapes. He found out the convenience of vapes and then was like, "This is sick."
Yeah, but your dad would look like a loser smoking a vape.
He does.
That's the problem. Like your dad would be perfect with a cigarette.
He
Like,
was mad
yeah.
cool with the cigs. I'm not gonna lie, it was dope.
Yeah.
And then when he found out that like I also smoked cigs, oh, it was even better, because it would be like "Hey, you mind now?" And then he'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
thank you,
Miyagi
dude."
and my dad would share cigarettes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Your dad looks cool when he smokes cigarettes. My dad looks like he definitely should not be smoking anything.
Why?
He can barely walk. Like, this is
Nah.
not good, dude.
Your dad looks like he should be whipping a boat.
Yeah.
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 With a cig.
With the cig.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Dude, okay, wait. rally. How often are we gonna have somebody in here who has rally stuff? So I need to
Never,
talk
so
to you
let's-
about rally
Let's talk
stuff.
about this.
Okay.
When you're doing that, where are you practicing? That was the first question.
That was the
I
question we
asked
never
on
got
this
around to.
Yeah.
We just started talking about off-roading in the river. Oh God, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I found like dirt roads in North Jersey that I can mess around with.
Yeah, but like when you
But
say
I would hit them
rally,
like every night. Like I used to deliver pizza, right? So like I'd drive.
no,
I'd drive delivering pizza, right? I wouldn't do that, but like on my way home,
yeah,
I'd hit all the dirt roads on the way home, right?
Yeah.
Because I'd have like a whatever half-hour commute on the way home, but I'd pass like 2 or 3 dirt roads if I took a little bit of detour, and like I'd rip on that, and then like driving in the winter, driving in the snow.
you delivered pizza. So you delivered pizza before the GPS era.
Oh yeah, dude.
So what were you doing?
What do you mean?
You got MapQuest or some bull?
Bro,
You just use your
in
brain.
your head.
So being a pizza delivery
I can tell you right now, I don't need GPS.
to navigate Pompton?
No, I don't need GPS to get around pretty much the entire country.
Cap.
You gotta chill out with that.
Like, look, all you got to do is look at the signs, right?
Yeah,
There's
no,
signs.
yeah.
There's
Okay.
road signs.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
they do
believe in the
exist.
signs.
If
I
you
believe
have
in
a
the signs.
general direction of where you're going, if you have a little bit of direction sense, you don't need GPS. You need GPS for the last 5 minutes to figure out where the hell
Dude,
you're actually going to.
It's amazing how many people don't know which way is north sometimes.
Oh my God.
When
Dude.
you ask them, they're like, "What? I don't know that."
I'd be
Yeah.
reading the signs though. I am a firm believer in the reading the signs thing.
There's
I feel
signs
like
there for a
people
reason.
forget that you can read the sign.
Yeah, yeah.
1000%. I'm a big read the signs.
I don't
But
know.
either way, it's impressive.
I'm a
that-
big map nerd too. Like,
I-
I just stare at maps.
I
for
like
hours.
maps.
I love maps.
But I don't
That's
know anything
actually
of
how
what
I
I'm looking at.
found like a lot of the dirt roads and stuff.
Oh, you're over here fucking
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. Well, like old school maps, they'd tell you like what's paved, what's not. Like,
That's true.
you
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
so it was just like I would stare at maps and I would just be like, oh, there's a new dirt road. I don't know. Let's go check it out. Like,
that's how I
gotta
am
go
with
see it.
off-road shit. Like on
You know?
Google Maps, I'll fucking screenshot that shit,
Oh, dude,
send it to
yeah.
Chris, be like, "Yo,
Dude, I could stare at Google Maps like Moab
Yeah.
for hours.
How rough can the road be before you're like, I cannot drive on this?
Oh, dude, I've taken my like stock height Outback, like some of the gnarliest stuff in Moab, and people are flipping out because they're like in these big lifted Jeeps, and they're
Yeah.
like, you can't go down
so
this.
you drove that shit out there?"
Oh, dude, that car's been coast to coast multiple times.
Okay. How many head gaskets?
Yeah, 4 motors.
4? Oh.
Damn.
It's a Subaru thing. 4 motors.
But the chassis been
Yeah,
the
chassis
chassis
been yeah.
coast to coast.
Yeah, no, I mean that car. I bought that car, and like with the intention to basically drive it to SEMA into like the West Coast, right? So I bought it 2 weeks before I was leaving for SEMA.
Yeah.
Was it cheaper than a flight or something?
No. I was just like bringing my girlfriend, now wife at the time, and our dog with us. And it was just gonna be like our first big like coast to coast trip. Like she had never done anything like that. She's from Quebec, so
You
she's never done
convinced
anything.
her to, yeah, baby, I'm gonna buy this Subaru too for this trip.
Yeah. And this was only, keep in mind, this was probably only 6 months into our relationship, right?
God.
Damn.
So I'm like, yeah,
What a rider. You said now wife, right?
yeah.
Okay, I thought
Yeah,
What
so
year
now-
was this?
17,
Okay.
2017. So I bought this car, like some dude out in Brooklyn or Queens or some shit, but chassis looked nice. The
Yeah.
interior was nice, right? And it was kind of like, it was already like a turbo Outback wagon, right? With a manual trans in it, which is exactly what I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
So, but like when I took it for a test drive, I'm like, car's not going anywhere. The turbo's not spooling, right? I'm like, okay, so it probably needs a turbo. And then like, no big deal, right? I poke around like the top of the motor, and like top of the motor's just covered in oil, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm probably gonna have to get in there and at least clean some stuff off, try to figure out what's going on. And then like ultimately I was just like, all right, whatever. The car's got a few problems, no big deal. Like I'll get it sorted. Like I got
You
stuff.
sent it?
Yeah,
So
so
this is 2 weeks. This is a short time frame.
oh yeah, so I bought the car, brought it home, right?
Cleaned the oil, showed the wife.
Took the
Sent
intake
her off.
manifold off, and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, clean that. Well, yeah, I don't know. Let's drain the oil. Let's see how the oil looks, right? Drain the oil. The oil was like, yeah, okay, whatever. The oil's not that bad.
Not really
Right.
promising here,
I
Bill.
checked the turbo. Turbo was locked up like I thought it was, right? I was like, all right, let me drain the other fluids. Let me like get the trans fluid out of it, the rear diff fluid out of it. I drain the trans fluid and like teeth fall out of it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I gotta pull a trans. I got another trans over there. That's the same final drive, whatever. It'll just drop right in, no big deal. Right. And I was like, all right, well, you know, if I got to pull the trans, I might as well pull the motor at this point, right?
Yeah.
No big
This
deal.
is all just spiral.
Right. Just, literally spiraling.
Okay.
Like everything. All right. So I
This
get
is
in
still
there.
before the trip.
I'm like, yeah, this is before the trip. So I'm like, I've got the intake manifold off already. I'm like, I got to take the trans out, take the motor out. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to take the motor out, you know, I'm going to do all the timing stuff regardless, right? I'm not driving across country without doing timing stuff, right?
Snowballing.
Yeah, I know.
So now we're on the timing stuff, right? Then I look, oil pan's leaking. I'm like, all right, cool. Got to take the oil pan off. All right, cool. So I'll do the oil pan. I'll do a pickup, whatever. And I'm like, well,
Might as well just put the AG block in at this point.
I'm this far in. I might as well just, you know, let's pull the heads
This
off.
isn't. Are you sure
Let's
this is
pull the
all
heads
before the
off?
trip?
Let's pull the heads off. Let's do head gaskets.
This is before the trip still?
Dude,
Yeah.
you're talking to somebody who works on Subarus.
Oh, true.
I could do this blind.
Psychopath.
You know?
Yeah, like pulling the intake manifold off, I was like, oh, God,
Yeah.
that's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying. But I was just like, all right, like whatever. You know, I pulled the motor, tore everything down. I had the whole block, everything apart, like in, I don't know, 3-4 hours. So, you know, I'm like, all right, let's. All right, I guess we're gonna put pistons and rods in it.
Shut the fuck up.
We're gonna send the block to the machine shop.
Where are you buying
fucking
this shit?
2 weeks.
What town where are you buying this stuff?
I'm in Union City, right over here.
Oh, wait.
But I'm over here.
You already had the shop going?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, for
it's
like 10 years.
2017. That was,
Oh, wait,
10
2017.
years in.
Right.
So like I send that block to the machine shop, send the heads to the machine shop, buy pistons, buy rods, bearings, everything. My buddy Vince blueprints the motor right there in the shop when we get everything back. Literally the night before we're leaving, I'm putting this motor together. Right? Finish putting the motor in the car, fully built, with a new turbo and a full turbo back exhaust and an upgraded radiator and all new timing shit and pickup and new clutch and flywheel.
My heart would
the
be
spare
racing.
transmission, everything, right? Fix bushings, do this, do that.
No test drive.
No test drive. My test drive.
Racing. My heart is racing
My
for
test
you.
drive was when I finally finished buttoning up the car to drive it home that night. It was 4 a.m. I drove from Union City to Palisades Park, which is only 6.5 miles. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
15
6.5
minutes.
Yeah, 6.5 miles, right? I get up to speed on the turnpike and I'm like, oh, okay, the wheels are out of balance. No big deal. Okay. So I go home. We get like a few hours of sleep. We got to go back to the shop to like pack like tools and stuff that we were going to bring with us anyway, right? Because we're going to be on the road for basically 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So go back to the shop. I'm like, all right. So while we're sort of packing, unpacking, organizing things, like the wife's doing all that, I'll put the car in a lift quick and just take the wheels off, balance the wheels. So I go balance the wheels, right? We get it all packed up. I'm like, all right, cool. Like we got everything. We got a little bit of spare oil. We got this, got that. You know, keep in mind, brand new motor, right? So I got to do braking miles on this thing. Basically driving cross country. If we get on Route 3 and we we don't even make it to Giant Stadium, and I'm like, it's fucking front axles. It's not the wheel balance. The front axles are gonna fall apart.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, all right, well, let's see see how far this goes.
Can
right?
you just pull them out?
Oh no. We had we were going to Moab. Like
You're
we had
going.
to do stuff. We
Okay.
were out. So I'm like, all right, there's a little shimmy like between 60, 65 miles an hour. Below 60 goes away. Above 65 goes away.
Yep.
All right, cool. By the time we got inside Colorado, right?
Okay, you made it a pretty.
Keep in mind.
You skipped a good chunk there.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
we made it,
so
we
it was
made it all the
good.
way out. So we made it all the way out to Colorado, right? And keep in mind when you hit the border of Kansas and Colorado, like
Is there just nothing?
there is still 4 hours before you get to Denver. 3-4 hours before you get to Denver, right? So we're like 3 hours from Denver, and this is like terrible shaking, right?
no.
Like I'm getting worried about the fucking axles pulling out and just destroying the transmission at this point, right?
Okay.
Not just like losing an axle.
Yeah.
So like we get like 3 hours from Denver or like Boulder, Colorado, and I'm like, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. Like we have to do something. Like it's either keep driving right? And literally at that point, it was like below 10 miles an hour, there'd be no shaking, or above 90, there's no shaking.
Ooh, that window is still within reach for Frankie.
And it's like, I don't know, it's probably like, it
What'd you do?
was probably like 3 o'clock in the morning. So we just did 90 plus
Yeah.
until we got to the point where we were just like so tired. And then that shaking started to really get above 90. And we're like, well, fuck, I'm not doing 100 miles an hour in like morning commute traffic into Denver. You know what I mean? So like we waited out a little bit. I called a friend who at the time I didn't know what his capacity at the dealer was. I just thought he was like a salesman or service writer or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like hit this dude up on Facebook. I'm like, hey dude, like we've met at Pikes Peak, we've raced together, we've done this, whatever. You know, you rally, I rally, you know, cool. You know, I don't know if you can help us. Like we're on our way to SEMA. But like we need to like get into the dealership and like get this stuff fixed, right?
I need to like make my car work.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, no problem. Like when you get here, come find me, ask for me. They'll find me. They'll know where to find me. When you get here, just come find me. Okay, cool. We're like maybe a half an hour from Boulder, so we go to Flatiron Subaru, right? I didn't know the dude owns the dealership.
Sick.
Oh,
hell yeah.
So he's
Holy
like,
shit.
I go in, I find him, right? And like on the table, it says like, you know, like president or whatever. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Oh, shit.
Cool. He's got this big office bigger than this, you know? And he's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, good to see you. Like, sorry about the troubles, whatever. He's like, give me like 5 minutes. You see, he's like, got glass like on the one side of his office or whatever, like sees the parking lot. He's like, oh, you see like that door right there in front of the service department? He's like, just pull up there. He's like, and I'll meet you out there in about 5 minutes. And I was like, okay. And I'm like looking out the window and there's like two big bay doors for the shop. And the one side is just cars all the way out to the street, dude. Like people waiting to get in.
What?
He's like, yeah, just pull up to the front. Like just go around all those cars. And I'm like, okay, I mean, there's
Sick, you got
nobody
a
in the
fast
cars.
The
you know?
fast pass.
There's nobody in the
For the
cars.
service.
But, you know, they're all like inside or whatever. Their cars were already checked in or whatever. So I pull up and he's there with like two service writers, the parts manager, the guy who's going to work on my car, and like a guy who's like their like shuttle guy to like take us wherever. And he's like, oh, and then he introduces me to everybody. Like we talk about what's going on with the car. I'm like, yeah, I just built a motor.
Hey, this is
Drove
sick.
2,000 miles and like, so I need an oil change now because I did the braking miles. And I'm pretty sure both front axles are dying. And I'd love to get more than just this one key I have for the car. So like if you can cut some extra keys, maybe a remote, like, you know, while it's here, maybe check it all over because, you know, I haven't had much sleep for the last 2 weeks. You know, keep in mind, I was doing this Outback, but I also did 3 other swaps, motor swaps, and
Like,
shop
yeah,
for
you were
customer
working
cars
during the
too.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
God.
but yeah, and that was like only weeks after my first $20 sale that we were talking about too. So that was kind of like what drove all this.
Oh yeah.
So we had like our $20 sale. I went out and bought this car, and then like that was like 2 week window down to that, and I had sold like 3 more engine swaps that I had to do for people before I was going to disappear for a month. So I did all that stuff before I left, plus rebuilding the Outback. But this dude got us sorted out the door the same freaking day.
That's great.
Wild.
That's
Wild.
awesome, man.
That bill was probably nutty.
Dude, not gonna lie, I don't want to say anything about like
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
the end cost, but like
It was okay.
way more than reasonable for what it was.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it was expensive. I mean, you're talking brand new like
Yeah.
OE axles. They're like $400 a piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like a new remote, 2 keys cut, an oil change. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I brought my own oil, which I actually bought from Flatiron's Tuning.
I was gonna say I know that name.
Yeah, Flatiron's Tuning is owned by the same guy.
Oh.
So
That's
he owns
crazy.
Flatiron Subaru,
This guy
which
is
he owns
just a
2 Subaru
fucking
dealers,
legend.
and then he owns Flatiron's Tuning as well.
That's crazy.
So, but yeah, he hooked me up like big time, like went way above and beyond what I ever expected. You know what I mean? And like we're forever grateful for that. 'Cause
So
that
now
was
the last
awesome.
hour of your 2 hours of your journey is now going to be good.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, from there we basically left the dealer and went straight to Moab.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
from
Oh.
which is still like a 6-hour drive.
6-hour
but,
drive.
You know, I mean, it was like
That probably felt so.
but it was great. And I mean,
relieving.
I have not put new axles in it.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
that's
you
what I'm
probably don't
saying.
need to replace
6
those
years
axles.
ago.
Yeah.
You know?
That was probably so relieving to finally drive out of
Oh,
there
yeah.
and be like,
Oh, dude, it was so smooth. I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
No noise. The car doesn't like
my
shaking
goodness.
violently.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a wheel was gonna fall off.
and now you're
dude.
doing pulls,
best
racing
part-
350
Oh yeah,
Zs.
no. I mean, going west on 70 through the mountains. Oh my god, dude, so much
The
fun.
best part is you didn't even know what this guy did.
What?
Like, you're like, you know he works there, but you didn't know. if
yeah, no, I had no idea
Well, no,
until I
he said
showed up.
you said that they raced at Pikes Peak.
didn't know he
Yeah,
was the
no, but I didn't
owner,
know.
though.
Like, I just thought he was like a sales guy, like or like a service writer.
So salespeople are like at Pikes Peak. What's Pikes
No, that's the
Peak
thing.
like? Is that really?
He was the dealer owner.
Yeah.
but I didn't know in what capacity he was.
No, but I'm saying like at
Yeah.
Pikes Peak, is it
I mean, it
weird
could
to
be-
see a salesperson over
No,
there?
not
How much?
really.
Yo, Frankie, let's go to Pikes Peak.
Yeah, not really. I mean, you know, Pikes Peak obviously draws a lot of different people. I mean, you see all the big players. You see like Reese Millen and like the guys that come from overseas. You know, Romain Dumas is like one, you know, and has the record up the hill, like, you know, whatever. Like all these big time players, like real drivers, you know, whatever. But like towards the back of the pack, you end up with like a bunch of guys that are like local to Colorado who have some like weirdo, quirky car, or like work for a shop, or like
What's the qualifications to go to something like that?
Man, I don't know, to be honest. I wish I knew because I've applied and not gotten it. I think a lot of it these days is like really social media driven, which I find kind of weird because like, I don't know, they also have like a gripe with like rally drivers for whatever reason. I don't understand why. Because
But you
like,
said you drove it.
no. I worked for teams there. And was like at the races. Like I've raced rally with him.
But not and you
Pikes
ran
Peak.
into each other at Pikes Peak.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody that races Pikes Peak, everybody knows each other.
Damn, I want to drift
So,
that shit.
You know,
You
but
ever
like
see videos of that?
drifting pikes.
Yeah.
JR did something
Yeah.
there. JR Gittin did a like a demo thing during
with the
Pikes Peak one
and
year.
so did Travis Pastrana did a thing there. Ken Block. Ken Block did some crazy shit there. Rest in
Ken
peace,
Block did nothing during the race.
They shot like a crazy thing there.
They shot
one of the craziest pictures.
Yeah, they shot
where he
some
dips the
awesome stuff.
tire like off of.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they
the
shot
road.
some awesome stuff there for sure.
Crazy, dude.
But yeah, I mean, like Travis actually has been doing like the Porsche Cup lately. They do like Porsche Cayman GT4s.
Damn, that's a car my room.
Like factory,
not
factory
my old
Porsche Cup
roommate
car,
wants.
or not Cup car, but like factory Porsche GT4 built race cars. So they have like a Yokohama sponsored like Porsche Cup, whatever, like GT4 Cayman Cup
Damn,
thing.
that's sick.
So, you know, but that's like money. You know what I mean? Like you got to have a lot of money to buy into that class. I don't even know what the buy-in price is for that, but
I don't know, but
it's expensive.
It sounds like you need a Cayman first, which I can't.
Well,
even-
no, they're all
You
spec
know?
Caymans. They're all the same car. They're all produced and made by Porsche.
Like you have to buy them that way. You can't make it into that.
I don't even know if you buy them. I think Porsche provides them, and you're sort of leasing them from Porsche.
Because you know how you
For the
could, you know how you
race.
could buy the spec Miata ones, and
Right.
it comes with like a trailer full of spares and all this shit.
Yeah.
Like I think the price tag for that was like 50 or 60 grand or something like that.
Depending, yeah.
I don't think it would be like that for.
No, it'd probably be north of 300 or 400 grand, I would think, just for that one race. And keep in mind, that's only 12.4 miles. That's it. That's all you're racing, 12 miles. So
You can't sign up for that, Carl?
156 turns, 12.4 miles. What is it? It's like I want to say it's like 4,000 feet in elevation gain, 5,000 feet in elevation gain.
So you did-
4,000 feet in elevation gain because start line's right around like 9,000 feet, 8,000.
So you did.
I don't even know.
You did rally all over the country or just in New York?
Oh no, I've done rally all over the U.S. I've been competing in rallies since 09.
I don't want to tell you to stop fidgeting with that, but it's.
Oh, is it
yeah,
loud?
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, I keep fidgeting with it. So
You can fidget like doing anything else. Like,
yeah.
should we smoke cigs?
No, Carl.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I started rallying in like 09. And then, I mean, I've been all over the country, but like, I've been working for rally service teams since I'm like 18. So I've been all over the country with a bunch of different teams. I've been at X Games. I've been to
Doing
Pikes
crazy,
Peak. I've
like,
been to Mount
fixes?
Washington.
Like shit broke and
Dude,
we need to.
I'll put it back into some perspective. The old production GT class, right, which was like a 100% stock bug-eye WRX class, right?
They had that?
Yes.
That sounds okay.
Brakes
now you
were-
have my attention.
Brakes were open, diffs were open. You couldn't do anything with gears.
What do you mean by open? Like you could do whatever you want?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So like
okay.
brakes were open, diffs were open, but the brakes, I say they were open. You had to stick to the like stock diameter rotor, and you had to use the stock calipers.
So you could just change the brake pads?
You could change pads, you could change rotors.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of open.
How much
my God,
gain
how
are you getting?
strict is this
I
shit?
know,
Jesus.
You had to run a stock turbo, so TD04s with a 32 mil restrictor on them. So you're only making about 200 horsepower, but you're making 230, 40 torque.
What about gearing?
Gearing was stock. You could change diffs, so you could put better like differentials
drive.
in it. So instead of like a viscous diff, you could put a.
Welded.
You could if you wanted to.
I feel like I'd want
Some
a
people
welded.
ran a welded rear diff.
Yeah,
Other people
hell
would
yeah.
run like a 1.5, plated diff, like a 1.5 way.
Mm-hmm.
You could put a 1.5 way front diff and you can upgrade the center diff, but it can't be electronically controlled.
So,
But it was basically like a stock class.
yeah.
Right.
That was
Dude,
called a GT class, GT production.
Yeah, production GT class.
Production GT class.
So there was like a production class,
Yeah.
and then there was a production GT. The production class was under 2 liters, or under 1.8, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was basically just like a stock bug-eye WRX class, and like one race, we put 7 transmissions in the guy's car
my
that we
God.
were working on.
Or they CDO.
Championship round, 05, 06.
Why is it
7
going through
transmissions.
that many?
Well, those
Because
transmissions do suck, but like 200 horsepower is. Kinda,
yeah, it's just people abusing the hell out of them. Just like, I mean, it was to the point where like, we knew it was a problem. So like he broke trans before the rally even started, like just on the shakedown stage.
Oh, okay.
So boom, did a trans. Then I think it was like almost every service we were doing a trans.
What? The
So are you
How do you have enough?
Well, that was the thing. You start pulling transmissions in between services,
and then fixing?
pulling transmissions from spectators' cars.
What the
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
Hell.
spectators car?
Yeah. Spectators that were like, we start running around for people like, hey,
Well, rally.
Can we buy your transmission? Can we buy your transmission? Can we borrow your transmission and give it back to you later, even though we knew we were going to break it?
What?
Are rally fans the craziest fans?
Oh, dude, yeah.
And the most
People-
Even back
dedicated,
then?
right?
'Cause I feel like
3 spectator transmissions that rally.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yo, I had.
Stuff used to be really crazy back then. I mean, like nothing like that stuff happens now. I mean, I feel like
Yeah, but
there
that was
are
like
these stories
06
of like
or 05, you said?
yeah, something like
Fuck,
that.
wait,
05
that
or
was like
06.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I've been in rally
Huh.
for 25 years.
I feel like
So-
that's when rally was really, really awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was a lot of fun. Like classes made sense with what cars were offered here and like
What was it like getting into it? Like, what was your first one?
so my first one was STPR.
Okay.
I just went and volunteered.
Okay.
Right? And I was just like a corner worker. And back then STPR used to just be one day. It was just like a marathon, like start during the day, daylight.
You
and
guys
then
got to
it would-
educate me on this. What is this? Yes.
STPR is just like an acronym for the rally. It's like Susquehannock Trail Pro Rally.
Is it in New York?
PA.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like probably 4 hours from here.
Yeah. And we had a car club at Rowan that they would go and like do the thing that Billy's talking about. I just at the time had mildly different priorities in college. So like I was like, I don't want to go over there and work that shit. And like, fuck that.
Yeah.
But it was
you
really
were trying
cool.
to get into it.
And like
Oh,
it was,
yeah,
I wish
yeah.
I did. Like that
Yeah.
probably was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just went and volunteered like with like some coworkers. And I didn't even know about it. They were like, hey, yeah, like we're going to this rally. Like, you want to come?
Oh, so
I'm
you
just
kind
like,
of fell
corrupted
into
you.
it?
They
Oh
corrupt-
shit. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait, there's rally here? Like, what do you mean? And I was like, yeah, I want to go. Fuck yeah, I want to go.
Yeah.
You know? So I just went and worked with those dudes. They were just like going to be like volunteers, like corner workers or
Was
whatever.
it the experience that you want? Was it the experience that you thought it was going to be?
It was nothing like I had ever seen before, right? And like, I grew up with cars, but I had never been to a rally. I knew about rallies because my dad worked for Pujo in like the 80s. From like 81 to 91, my dad worked for Pujo. So I basically grew up in like the Group B era of Pujo winning Group B, like WRC, winning Pikes Peak, winning Dakar.
You saw
I
the
grew
glamour side of rally.
Yeah, I
guess.
grew up knowing all that stuff. Like I don't know. Like
I don't know a lot about
when
that
I
stuff.
was-
I
yeah.
don't think I do from that comment that I just made.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like when I was like 3 or 4, like I was like super into like, you know, like looking at Ferraris, like F40 was like a thing, or like the old 288 GTO was like a thing.
355
like,
best Ferrari.
You know, Lamborghini, you know, Countach, you know, was like posters on my wall, you know, when I was like 3, 4 years old. But then when I was like 5 and Peugeot won the WRC, I was like, this is so much cooler.
All right, so
There
you
are
were
cars
into
sliding.
rally really young.
Yeah. And
So
then-
there was a inkling, I guess.
But I was like, there's cars sliding, there's cars jumping, it's dirt, it's snow, there's fireballs coming out of the back of these cars. They sound ridiculous. Like, they just like awesome, right? So like, I'm a huge Peugeot head. I've had like 35 since like when I was 12, you know, buying cars. But yeah, like I when Peugeot pulled out of the country and my dad wasn't working for Peugeot anymore, I was 10 years old. I thought that was the end like, I had no idea. Like
So then you hopped to Subaru.
No. So like,
Sorry.
I found an article, this tiny article, like this big, you know, like in like Car and Driver, Road and Track, or something like that, talking about the WRC and how Subaru's got this new wide body thing, you know, whatever. You know, it was like 97. It was basically like the first year they ran like a 22B style like WRC car, and the picture was this big. I'm not even kidding, of the WRC car, and I was like,
So this is when Subaru was really getting into rally.
they had been in
They've
rally.
been since when, like early 90s maybe.
Yeah. They started with the Legacy
Oh, okay.
before the Impreza, and then, you know, Colin McRae things and whatever.
Yeah.
So
Are you asking the origin?
Yeah, of Subaru and rally.
Nah, you gotta know.
No, I don't. I really don't.
no, I don't.
No, I definitely don't.
Like the whole 22B, the whole like you know
22B
what?
is the 90s. I know that.
Yeah, but the 22B was developed because of shit that was going on like in that era.
I don't know anything about rally.
Wasn't the 20, what is the 22B technically? Is that like a,
Just a road.
freak creation homologation type of vehicle?
But they only
Yeah.
made a few of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically they made like 432 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the actual
specifically
end of the
22B
432.
thing.
Yeah.
The 22B thing never did it for me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's 400 of them, so I don't care about it.
Yeah.
But I always liked the Impreza WRX and STIs.
Right. Yeah.
I
yeah.
like that GC. I'm not a. I don't. I've owned one Subaru in my life, and the only other Subaru that like I've had a crazy, scary experience in, aside from my younger brothers, I guess, was my roommates, and that GC is the best looking one in my opinion.
I agree.
It looks proportionally like
I like GDs.
correct.
I like GDs
You
too.
look like a Jeed.
Yeah.
Do you know what a
Jeed.
Jeed is?
No.
It was some like I don't know derogatory fraternity term.
Oh God. Yeah, that's definitely a Rowan thing.
Isn't that a word? Is Jeed a word?
I
I don't know. I don't know.
You fucking Jeed.
GC, it's funny you say that because GC's, when they put STI wings on them, I'm like, that is the most non-proportional thing
Oh,
I've
the
ever
big
seen in my
shit.
life.
The big
Yeah.
shit.
The normal STI wing,
I don't like
which
that.
I believe was it's a factory wing in
On
Japan.
a GD or GC?
On a GC.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was a bunch of different iterations of that. I mean, technically, like the version 4 WRX or STI was like the wing that we got on the RSs here, like on the 2.5 RSs.
The small one you're talking about, or the
Yeah, it wasn't like on the deck lid. It was still up. It was like a
was like a
raised
little
wing,
hoop,
but it was
yeah.
like
I'm talking like the ones you know what I'm talking about, Malcolm, the one that Josh has. Like, is that supposed to be a factory wing?
Do you mind pulling up a picture of a nice little?
yeah,
It really looks like a
GC.
regular STI GD
Like-
wing.
that wing.
Yeah, that one.
That's my
Yeah.
car.
Okay, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's like a GD wing
Okay,
on
so
a
that-
GC. That's what it looks like to me.
That's a big one.
That's a 22B, and that's a 22B wing. They are very different and very specific.
God damn.
Okay, so
They have an adjustable
That's the one.
blade.
That's the normal
So that's
one.
yeah, that's a regular. That's like a version.
okay, that
4.
one right there, white one on the bottom.
This
yes,
one here.
that.
So
Look how
that
stupid this
one-
looks.
Nah.
That one's a version. Well, that's a replica wing because it's got waves in it. But I mean,
This
it
just
looks like
looks
that
so
way.
big,
But that's a version 6 because it's got the little like kick up in it.
Here, click the blue one, Malcolm. That one looks a little bit more proportional.
That's a version 5.
That
So
looks a
the
little
lower
bit
the
better.
version, the
Little
lower the
lower.
version.
The version 6 has like a kick up to it. It's got like
Okay.
a little like gurney flap.
Now,
kinda deal on it.
did these only come on STIs? These wings, even back then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, WRX STI.
The thing I hated the most about Subaru Impreza WRXs was I could never find any info
Oh my
on
God,
like
yeah.
GCs.
Yeah.
Like anything. It was like trying to find, like, I just wanted to know what an STI came, you know what I mean? Like what versions came with
Oh my
what.
God.
And it's
Yeah.
so hard to find any of that info.
Yeah, I mean, they were all WRXs and STIs from basically like version 1. So,
Yeah.
like you can
So they had an
you can
STI
get a version
variant.
1 WRX and then they had a version 1 STI
Yeah.
and then
Even
same
trying
thing
to-
all the way up and through.
Even trying to find, like, because, you know, I'm a JDM nerd. So even trying to find like JDM stuff about GD chassis was still hard
Oh yeah.
to find.
Yeah, super hard. I mean, you basically had to go like when they were available
Yeah.
back in the day, like 02,
Like, I'm going on
03, 04. Like you had to be able to go on Japanese like
Yeah.
Subaru website
And you
to
can't
get
even
that
like, see
information.
many videos either in Japan of these cars. I feel
didn't know
like they make the cars and they don't even fucking drive them over
I
there.
didn't know that they even had this many. When what you guys are talking about right now, I'm sure all the Subaru people are like, yeah, like they had that.
Yeah.
I was a nerd.
I didn't even
so-
know that they had that many different things going on
Oh,
with
dude.
Subaru. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that was.
I'll show you guys something that I took a video of the other day. I'll show it to you later. But like I have like the old like STI like catalog, like
Yeah.
parts catalog.
That's cool.
For GCs,
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
and like
That's sick.
you can see like all the different versions, right? And then they also show the production dates, and then they show all of the
See,
limited
that's what I
edition.
needed. I need that.
Yeah, you need
I need an
this.
Excel spreadsheet.
So this
for
shows you
shit.
all the limited editions within those versions too. So like you have
my
like
God.
you know the stupid
There are a
long name things.
I just
know, like
I when I think of Subaru, I have
Subaru Impreza WRX STI
That's- oh, damn.
V Limited. Fucking
Yeah,
I don't know.
V
They just,
Limited. I
they
know
just
that
give you like
shit's
a
cool.
million different names for fucking stuff.
I know the V Limited means some hot shit. That V Limited means big dick shit.
Yeah.
So I had 2 of these fucking drinks
Yeah.
and I'm fucking
So like
drunk. Fuck.
yeah, and then there's like Type RA is like the 4-doors. Type R is like the coupes.
Wait, what was a Type RA?
Is the 4-doors like the sedans?
When did they get rid of the coupe?
Overseas production was 2000. Here
Okay.
2001 technically. So
Why
we had a
does-
2001 model year,
Yeah,
but they were all
yeah.
made in 2000.
They did that for a reason, right? Did they need 4 doors in rally or something?
No, actually, I mean, like the 22B was really like the homologation version, like road going version car, so that they ran the coupes and WRC, but all of the production level WRC cars were all Group N. They could be either 2-door or 4-door.
Interesting.
So a lot of the Group N cars were 4-door, for sure.
Dude, I didn't know that there was a different way that you drove those cars. I feel like we have not talked about all the cool shit Bill has done.
I know. Once we start talking about Subarus, I just want to be a nerd.
No. It's not even that because like it's not that I don't know a lot about them. When I think of Subaru, I think of one, a peppy ass car. It was one of the fastest cars I've ever owned to this day. And 2, it takes this weird, like where you point the front end, no steering. If you floor it, that's where it's gonna go type of deal.
Like
Didn't know that
understeer, you're saying?
existed. No. Like one time I went to go buy a Z32 wastegate. Weird. I don't know why I needed it. But crazy. Didn't I talk to you about this?
I don't know.
I've talked about this on the pod. This guy opens up a barn filled with machine equipment, gives me a Z32
I think
wastegate.
you told me that.
Anyway, we're going down this off ramp. It's wet as fuck. The Subaru is being sold. Wait, you're probably avid. You're avid as hell in this community. This white Subaru has gotten the last OEM pair of rear quarter panels in the United States. It's a white Subaru on gold RA whatever OEM gold rays
Right.
wheels.
Yeah. Yeah, the RS0 wheels.
It looks
It's what everybody wants.
beautiful.
Yeah.
He couldn't have sold it to a better owner.
Right.
But we were selling it in a week. And we hit this off ramp and or on ramp, and it starts to spin. Car is completely sideways. In the S13 that I had at the time, that kind of angle, we're dying. It's done. You're done, mate.
Yeah.
And we were like this. And then all of a sudden, and this is before I played Assetto really that avidly. Okay, I just showed this guy Assetto maybe 2 weeks
Were you
before
driving
that.
or no?
No. I'm in the passenger seat yelling at him like, yo, like we're about to die. And then he just calmly, I forgot what he did, but he like put it in a third, floored it.
Yeah, it's not like rear wheel drive.
No. And we were coming down, dude. It was not slowing down, and then it just went.
He did like
It was so crazy. It was
Yeah.
crazy. We did not
like you
hit
thought you were
anything.
going to spin out.
It was a singular lane of of pavement. It was not, and it was a downhill. It was crazy, dude.
Yeah, I
Never felt
really-
anything
Sounds
like it.
an
Never
awesome
felt fear like
scenario, actually.
Yeah.
Scared as hell.
I love off ramps and on ramps like that.
that, dude. That's kind of how
I was kind of doing that on the way
Yeah.
here with my Outback, actually. Not gonna lie. Like,
Dude, it was really
I was like,
bad
all right,
today,
cool. I gotta
huh?
get on the turnpike. All right. Well, those tight turns to like get in the truck lanes. Those like really
Yeah.
tight loops. Dude, I could like pitch that thing in, get it to understeer a little bit, and then get the back end to come around and just
That's awesome.
just ride it out and just.
People always used to talk about Subaru's like understeering, but like when I had my 05 STI, I was like, that thing kind of wants to kick its ass out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe I wasn't driving hard enough. Like
Probably not driving too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause,
that's
I mean,
what it
they
was.
will
You big
understeer.
bitch.
No,
Yeah.
they'll understeer bad. Like if you
Yeah.
throw into a corner, like people are crashing Subarus all the time. Like when they first get them, especially because they don't know. Like if it's their first Subaru ever, they just don't know how to drive them right. So like a lot of times people they think, oh, it's a Subaru, it's 4-wheel drive, it's just
Yeah.
gonna go around the corner. When it's the complete opposite.
No, yeah.
All it's gonna do is just go straight, and you're
Yeah.
gonna crash that thing.
What are some things that people can do to combat that?
Actually,
Good question.
I say aggressive in. This is how I drive, right? So, like, if I want to have fun with a Subaru and slide it through a corner,
Yeah.
you want to get it sideways early, not
Say
late.
less. Give
You
me
wanna
one
get it
right now.
Early. So, like, you come in aggressive, not
Yeah.
not pussyfooting it, not like easing in on the
Yeah,
wheel. You
yeah,
got to
yeah.
throw the weight around. So, like, you come in fast, you slam on the brakes to get all the weight to transfer forward.
Don't try this. We're not responsible for anything. Sorry. I got to
Yeah.
get that out of there
Yep,
because
yep.
somebody's.
Disclaimer on the bottom of the board. Yeah, but if you come in hot, you hammer on the brake, you get all that weight to shift forward. That now takes the weight off the rear. So now if you give a little bit of steering input, now the back end's going to want to start coming around.
And then you floor it.
No.
Oh, okay.
For it.
Then you hit the handbrake real quick to give
Yeah,
it that
no.
extra little bit of lockup and get it a little bit more angle, a little bit more sideways, and then you get back on the throttle, and then you start to countersteer.
And that's how you just make a turn in a
That's
Subaru.
how you just do it.
Fucking handbrake, everything.
Yeah.
Well, nah, I've gotten to.
I do
That's
it
like
in
standard
the rain.
left foot braking practice type shit. I
Yeah,
feel
the
like.
rain is the best way to like learn.
Yeah.
Right. Where
Dude,
it's where
yeah.
it's like you're not,
Yeah.
you're not going out on dry pavement trying to like do that stuff. You know what I mean? Actually, the snow is the best, really, because it's the least amount of grip. In terms of just weather wise.
But
Right.
the drivetrain doesn't get the stress as badly, which
again,
is nice.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like you don't get the crazy shock loads. You don't have to worry about breaking axles.
I've
or,
never
like, doing
launched a
something
Subaru
stupid.
dry.
Yeah.
Only in the snow.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like snow or wet is usually good for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, don't go hitting off ramps right off
Yeah.
the rip. But
Never. Not in
But-
an all-wheel drive car. I've never. That's just so
yeah.
scary.
So all the all the on off ramps around Giant Stadium and like whatever.
Dude,
like I don't go to
yeah.
parking lots when it snows. I stay on the road. I hit all the on off ramps.
There's.
Allegedly.
That's Frankie.
like
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But actually, that also allegedly Giant Stadium when I had my Subaru, there was a little 2-inch snowstorm.
right.
Best time to go drifting.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the tires too.
And
Yeah.
that too. But
That's the
in
biggest
terms
thing.
of like ease,
Yeah.
like it's like driving in here is going to be easy, and
Yeah.
sliding it is going to be easy.
I mean,
and it was like
definitely-
light, dusty ass snow.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
But
the
that was my
colder
first
it is,
time
the better
ever.
it is, the more consistent
Third
like,
gear.
the surface is.
Wide open. Just
Yeah.
the wheel was not turned.
Right.
It was just straight, just like
Yeah.
just chucking. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, yeah,
no,
that's
it's
cool.
super fun. I mean, you could do it with all seasons. I don't recommend it with all seasons.
Yeah, no.
I think to learn and just start messing around, like yeah, why not? Like all seasons. I mean, that's how everybody started. Basically,
if you, where I'm gonna pull up questions soon, but if you were to tell somebody with a Subaru today, because I know that there's a fuckload of you guys out there, what would you tell them to do to it first? Not tell them to do, but if they asked you, like, what should I do to my Subaru?
like
first?
mods.
Yeah. Is there a new book aside from
Yeah, because it used to be like stage 2.
stage?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
but now the
But
EPA
now you
is out.
can't
and
Shoot
shit.
me.
Yeah.
All these
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
people with
dude.
this stage 1, stage 3, or stage 2.5. What the fuck is that even?
I actually didn't even really know what that is.
Oh my god! Good, because you shouldn't know.
Well, I
Because the
only have
reality
one
is
Subaru.
it doesn't mean shit.
Dude.
And all these fucking nerds on the internet decided to, I'm in stage 1. Well, what the fuck does that even mean? I'm a guy who owns a shop. I don't know what the fuck that means. You want to tell me what that means?
For
'Cause
Subaru,
I would want to know.
Downpipe access port. That's stage 2.
Why don't you just call that bolt-ons?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can.
it basically is.
But the thing is, like, I don't know. I guess not. Dude, once Cobb came out and got big, that was the only thing. You only tuned your
And it
car
still
with
pretty
that.
much is.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people will, like the older cars now, people are putting links in, especially with the like JDM imports, right? Like we've done like a lot of links on stuff lately.
Hold on,
but-
Link is like a Subaru people as well.
Yeah, they have drop-in boards just like they do for the SRs.
But the thing with Subaru is you could mess with that ECU. I don't know what they call it, but you didn't need to get a standalone or anything. Like you
No,
just,
you could open source tune
open
it.
source,
They
yeah.
don't. Nobody does that anymore, though.
Okay.
Nobody does that. So everybody's doing access port
Yeah.
for the most part. Like most tuners now will not do anything but an access port or a link if they want to go standalone. I mean, obviously there's crazier stuff out there. I mean, you can go Motec.
Yeah.
But nobody's got Motec money.
No.
Let's be real.
Motec's expensive.
Not anyone listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
at least.
Motec's crazy money.
I just want Motec so I could just say. Like,
The only reason why I have a Motec is because I bought a car.
you have a Motec.
The only reason why I have one is because I bought a car that had one in it. I didn't put it in. I didn't have to pay
fair.
for it.
Fair.
So how much are those? Like,
M1 series stuff, like the M100 stuff. I mean, ECUs are $5-6 grand
Why is
just
that?
for the ECU.
Why is that like that? Is it tune itself or something? Like, is it made out of
They
vibranium?
They do have self tuning, but I mean, like most ECUs, like Link
Yeah.
has self tuning. I mean, it's not. There is, like obviously there's a lot to the name, right? It's like buying, brand name anything, right?
Like
It's
the Power FC.
yeah,
Pure
like
greatness.
a Power FC. Yeah, no, definitely not a Power FC. But yeah, no. I
Bill,
mean,
we're
it's
gonna
just-
have to talk after
It's got a
this.
reputation for sure. I mean, it's known as being like the most reputable,
Like good.
Yeah.
the most reliable.
Cool and good.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the name sounds cool. I got a Motec.
That shit's hard as hell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, I'm like old school Motec. Like I got a gold box Motec in this car.
Oh, dude, I don't know anything
in
you
a
just
GC.
said, but that sounded so cool.
It's in the GC I have. So like not the black one I showed you, the street car that I just like finished putting back together, which is for sale by the way. If anybody's looking for a swapped RS,
Yeah.
that's rust free, 52,000 miles.
Was this the black one?
Yeah, this is the black one.
Word. Yeah,
needs
yeah.
paint.
yeah,
Needs
yeah.
paint. Nice
Yeah,
car
yeah.
though, actually.
sounds nice.
Hey, if you
It's
need that
actually
thing
what I-
painted,
Yeah, right. Hey, we
me
got a
up.
guy.
Hit me
We know a guy.
up.
No, I got a GC rally car that was built in '97 to basically look like the WRC like Subaru car. It was built
Like
here.
currently, you have this.
Yeah, I own this car.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
one with the Motec in it.
Oh.
The gold box Motec. Just so you know.
Yeah. Go, Frankie. It's a
gold box.
It's a gold.
Gold box Motec. It's not one of these like super nice like.
Is that like a
M1
thing?
stuff.
Like it's like nah, that guy's wearing USPA.
Gold box
That
is
isn't
probably
even
just
Ralph
the old
Lauren.
school one.
It's literally a gold box.
It's pretty cool.
Like it's a gold.
Is there
box.
an equivalent controller to that? I feel like that
He
is.
just wants everything to be a Power FC.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. No.
That's all I like.
There's no handheld controller. It's still computer
I would
based.
confuse I would confuse Motec and Microtech a lot. There was a-
Microtech?
Microtech was
Like I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, same.
FC or no a rotary ECU.
oh, okay.
Yeah, what you know about
Yeah.
that, bro? Your boy is
I
eclectic.
Don't
That's
know.
me.
Don't know much about that Motex. I think I've worked or those rotaries. I think I've worked on like 2 my entire life.
Yeah.
Dude, that's probably why you look
Yeah.
mad young.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, you liked Subaru, or you liked.
Yeah, I mean, I got into the Subaru game. I mean, saw the little article, 97, whatever.
Is that
I
what,
bought my first RS in 2001, brand new from the dealer.
I think it's funny because 914. It's like
It's
that,
weird. It's a love-hate relationship with 914.
Yeah, but like you migrated over to Subaru, and like doesn't that kind of make sense? Isn't that
Flat
the
motor.
same type of shit? Like
Flat motor, mid motor.
my dad had a buddy, honestly, might have been from Pumpton Lakes too.
Maybe I know him.
Gold 911 with a Subaru motor in it. It was like a STI with a VF39 turbo.
Sounds sick. I would like that.
Yeah, my dad just like pulled up with this guy. He was like, "Yeah, I was driving in a Harriman and I ran into this guy." I'm like,
Funny.
"What the fuck, Dad?" Now I'm doing the same shit, but like I've
Right, literally. Now I'm doing the same thing. Yeah.
but with ISs.
Yeah. I mean, but back in the day, I'd go to Harriman with my old RS that I bought brand new in 01.
I'm saying I didn't know that there was that connection there for Subaru and Porsche owners, where it was like both of them were.
You'd be surprised at how many
Sideways.
Porsche owners actually own Subarus.
No,
as
that's
dailies.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
It's kind of shocking, actually, how many people have them.
They're like,
They like that
similar
big
engine.
or like their families have like a Forester or something. You know what I mean? Like,
what's that 6-cylinder Subaru that's apparently got a good engine in it? What's that
like
big one?
It's gone now, though,
It's a
right?
SUV. Is it a
you're
truck?
talking about
no,
like
it's
the
not
Ascent?
a truck.
Maybe now.
Or
maybe.
It's a
the
6-cylinder
Tribeca.
engine.
Tribeca.
Tribeca.
Yeah, weird, ugly thing.
Yeah, but isn't the engine in that good?
Probably
Yeah,
not.
3.6R.
Like it sounds good.
Yeah. They actually, I mean, the Subaru 6-cylinders sound like Porsche motors when you put short exhausts on them or like straight pipe them. Like, they're pretty sick, actually.
Yeah.
Especially when you put them in 911s or like 914s. You put a Subaru 6-cylinder in those things, and they almost sound like 911s, like race 911s.
Yo.
It's pretty wild. Like, if I was going to do another 914 and not like build a stock Porsche built motor in the thing, I would totally do a 6-cylinder swap on a 914.
Are Subaru still making that 6-cylinder? Or did they get rid of that?
No, not anymore. Last year, the 6 was 19
Oh, okay.
in the Outbacks.
So then it's all 4 cylinders now.
Yeah, it's all turbo 4.
I like
stuff
that
now.
about Subaru. They try to keep it, very simple.
Yeah, they have like, 2 motors.
Yeah, everything's the same.
Yeah.
It's
we have a 2.4 and a
Imagine-
2.4 turbo.
Yeah, you go to order parts, they have everything because there's only 2 motors.
Right, yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Not to get into current events here, but they have that new Dodge that has the fucking inline 6 twin turbo. That they
What
made.
is it, a car?
Yeah, it's in a car.
You're talking about the new Charger?
Yes.
Yeah,
Malcolm,
yeah.
do
I
you
read
mind?
something about
They
that.
put that
yesterday.
in a Charger? What are they doing?
They were going to make that
They
in
did
EV,
like a redesign on
and
the
now
Charger.
they got this bad boy right here, inline 6, the Hurricane. Yeah.
What are they doing, dude?
I don't know what that is.
Can I go pee?
Yeah.
No, pissing.
You could definitely go pee. Just
Yeah.
You know where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine it's locked because Chris accidentally locked it.
No, it's not locked.
You would have to then get
figure it
creative.
out.
But no, this is Dodge's.
Wait. But weren't they going full electric?
That's what I'm saying. I don't really understand where.
Did that
and
not already backfired?
I don't know. I don't know where everybody's going with this anymore. I don't know what direction the automotive industry. Did they just forget? Did they just realize that car people are dumb and love to spend money? So they're like, why don't we
Here's an
make-
idea. Keep a fucking V8 in it. How about
That's-
that? What are we doing?
Bro, how did they not know that the hell?
It's a goddamn Dodge Charger.
Click
Put a
that, click
V8
that, click
in
that.
the fucking
What is
thing.
that GME T6 inline 6? Is that a picture of it? Is this what it looks like?
Yeah,
Inline
that's
6
it.
engine? What, that does not look like a 2J.
It's probably not even their engine.
I hate how the valve cover is plastic. That pisses me off so much.
They don't want anyone to see.
I mean,
it.
dude, that kind of...
Don't get excited about this. It should be a V8.
Well, I don't like how the turbo's on the left-hand side. Because that means the exhaust is going to be dropping down right by your feet.
I want to know
Why does the
this
logo look
happening.
like a DSM?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's
I
what
was
Ken,
thinking.
who said that in the faction Discord? Which
I'm
you can-
glad that Dodge made the fucking S16 for Nissan, but like I don't think they needed to.
Dude, why does this say it has 500 horsepower? Is that real?
Probably.
That can't be real.
Set it 6.
Can you go up to the 550 thing? Oh, right there. Second paragraph. Perfect. It'll be still powered by the same twin turbo engine, but output has been pumped up to 550 from 420. That's 485. 65 horsepower is not light, unless it is now. But you're telling me they pumped that thing up 65 horsepower? That's where's the efficiency, Dodge?
I don't know what's
if
going
you're
on.
making that thing as efficient as possible, you're pulling out as much as you can out of the material that you're offered, and that is not what's going on. So fucking stop the gatekeeping, Dodge.
I don't get what they're doing. I don't. I'm sure the EPA has everything to do with it.
I don't even know why I'm babbling about it. I'm no fucking expert.
Aren't they the ones that came out with that like at the auto show or something? And it was like a speaker in it just making noises because it was electric.
That's what I thought this was going to be. Wasn't this what it was supposed to
They
be?
probably did that, and then everyone just stopped buying them.
They did that,
they're like,
and
"Oh, wait."
everyone was like, "Kill yourself, Dodge." And then they were like, "You know what? Maybe we should.
maybe we should do something
Maybe
about
we should
this.
do something."
Fucking crazy, dude. I don't know what's going on. They
Yeah.
really think this electric thing's gonna. I think I'm the only person that doesn't think this electric thing's gonna.
Hey,
pan out.
thank you.
Oh, thank
All right,
God.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Nope.
Yeah, I really don't think it's gonna pan
Nope.
out.
It's not. Well, you know what it is. It's not going to be. It's not going to be all electric like everybody's talking about.
It's not
It's
gonna-
going to be a mix of everything.
It's not
Yeah.
going to be
Gasoline's not going
sustainable.
away. Diesel's not going away. Hydrogen's going to come in big
That
time.
would be good.
Like
Yeah.
Imagine.
there's still going to be hybrids and there's still going to be electric, and
And-
it's just going to be a mix of everything. And that's what the solution is going to be. And it's going to be based on what your environment is in terms of like
Yeah.
what the car is being used for, what the vehicle is being used for. Like you're not going to tell me farm trucks and farm like equipment, tractors and stuff. They're not going to go
It's not
electric.
It doesn't
It's-
make any
it's- yeah,
sense.
There's no way.
It's all about making the technology work in said vehicle. So like,
Not to mention that the grid can't handle
That's what I'm. thinking
everybody
about.
being electric.
let's say there's a fluid, but then how do you combat that? You get more electricity. Where are we getting electricity?
Right, buying
The
it from
sky.
Canada.
Buying it?
Buying it from Canada.
Not an option. We got to
How are
make
they
it.
producing electricity?
Hydro.
Hydro?
All of Quebec's electricity is hydro. All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
I got a lot of family in Quebec. I actually had a really good time in Quebec.
Yeah.
Don't remember any of it.
Yeah. Well, that's
But-
good. That means you had a good time.
It was great. Yeah.
I had another question for you before Carl goes to the questions.
Yeah.
How did you get your S13? How did that whole thing
Oh,
happen?
God.
We didn't talk about the S13 once.
That's
This
why I
is an
wanna bring it
S-chassis
up.
shop.
I know. That's why I want to know about
SR's
this.
for life. Yeah. So,
Because you seem to be pretty into Subaru from the start.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's kind of like where I got my, I don't know. I don't want to, like, obviously I've been working on cars for a long time
Yeah.
before I even got into Subarus.
Yeah, yeah.
But like Subaru was kind of like the real, like the first car really got into modifying.
Yeah.
Like I bought my RS brand new in 01. 02 it was swapped already.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like before I was even a year into owning that car, I had already pulled the motor out of it and started turbo
Where
swapping.
are you getting
it.
this info at, though?
So you bought an RS, and what was it like then? Because you were getting an RS here in America, and it sucked fucking dick. And then you
Yeah, it wasn't an STI.
Yeah.
So like back then, I mean, it was the beginning of the internet. So like I researched so deeply into the Subaru because I wanted that I wanted like a WRC car, right?
Yeah.
Like I wanted my car to look like the thing that I found in like 1997, like an article. So like I started researching it and like went into it, and like that's sort of like when I rediscovered rally too, right? Like that's when I realized that rally was like still a thing and like it was
Yeah.
big and WRC and all this stuff. So I ended up just basically looking at a bunch of cars, and I landed on the Subaru, right? Like at that point, I already knew like what cars were in rally at the time, right? So like 2000, 2001, what cars were available here that were in rally: Ford Focus, Hyundai Accent,
What the fuck?
obviously
Oh,
like the
right,
Subaru
right.
2.5 RS, like kind of looking thing before the Bug Eye came out.
Yeah.
What else did I look at? Hyundai Tiburon was actually
Yeah,
big
I remember that.
in national rally stuff. So like
I fuck
they
with
weren't
a
using it in
little Tibby
WRC.
action.
Right, yeah, I know, right?
You did
So
you
we're-
like that? You like that car when it came
don't
out? We're talking about the first Tiburon. Are we?
Oh, dude, yeah, there was a number of different Tiburons, obviously.
No, but like the first one.
So the first one was like the
Big
single
lights.
headlight.
Yeah, that's the
deal,
one that I'm talking about.
Right. So they I guess when they went to the quad headlight Tiburons, that's when they were really like a national level. That's what they were using.
The ones
for
that had
rally
like
cars.
that like
But in the U.S., they were front wheel drive.
As production from the dealer, yeah. Everything that I looked at was front wheel drive except for the RS, right? But the RS was also the most expensive one out of all those. So, and I looked at Lancer too, like
Yeah.
Mitsubishi Lancer, which was
Also front-wheel drive.
right front-wheel drive car, 1.8 liter, I think.
Yeah.
Normally aspirated, non-turbo, like looked like an Evo 4.
Yeah.
But
Like the little
without all the
OC.
cool stuff with the big fog lights and the big wing and like
Yeah.
obviously the drivetrain, no drivetrain there. So I looked at all that stuff and like the RS was the most expensive, and that's actually what I landed on.
But correct me if I'm wrong. The car has to be produced all-wheel drive somewhere in the world in order to be in. I'm not saying they all have to be all-wheel drive,
WRC.
but yeah. But if it's in that class,
Yes and no. I mean, like obviously the Evos and the Subarus, right?
Yeah.
They made four-wheel drive turbo cars, and they basically it was an easy transition for them. Stuff like Ford Focus,
yeah, like the
what
Ford.
else? Like Seat at the time, which is basically just like a Volkswagen
A
company.
Peugeot,
Peugeots are none of them.
206.
None of them are all-wheel drive.
Really?
turbo
So they
cars.
are
They're all
allowed-
front-wheel drive.
So they're allowed to convert the drivetrain completely,
Yeah.
and still use the car. So what are the actual
Yeah.
rules?
Well, the rules used to be like for homologation, like you had to make like X amount of street cars. That kind of went away, like to some degree. I don't know the exact rules and why like companies like Ford and Peugeot and stuff like that can make their two-wheel drive cars, just
Yeah.
make them. And I mean, that's kind of
they kinda
you
make
look at
them
WRC
bananas
now,
now.
it's kind of the same way now too. It's like, yeah, maybe they sell like a Ford Puma as like a four-wheel drive car, but it's not a turbo hybrid thing like they're running. I mean, they're basically tube chassis cars, what they're running right now.
Oh wow.
But I feel like it's just because we just have more technology
Yeah,
now
things change
here.
now.
Like, of course, you're going to use that technology.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, we're car people.
Oh, I learned something
Pack
new
that
today.
baby in there.
yeah.
All right, back
But
to
I mean-
S13.
But yeah, so like I was like just always wanted to do rally when I was a kid and like everything, and then I rediscovered rally, went to volunteer for that first rally.
Yeah.
Like bought my RS in March,
You bought that thing new,
brand new.
and you were expecting to destroy it.
Yep, that was my intention.
That is
so
crazy.
I bought that car brand new. I took delivery of it. I think it was March like 2nd, 2001 or whatever.
Nice brand new car.
2 weeks later, the bug eye hit the dealership.
Shut
by the
the
way.
fuck up.
No, and I had driven a bug eye
So you already
WRX.
knew they
No,
were
I
coming.
drove a bug eye WRX 9 months before, and I fucking hated it.
Oh, okay.
Thought it was terrible.
All right.
And I said, okay, I'm gonna buy an RS, right? Because I was delivering press cars at the time. We had 26 different manufacturer press fleets that went out to everybody that would write articles on them and stuff like that. So I was driving cars months, sometimes years before they were even out.
Okay.
So I drove a bug eye.
You didn't
WRX
like it.
9 months before and hated it.
What did you like about it?
Every
It's-
turbo all-wheel drive car I had before that, or every turbo car I had before that, was an inline four. So it was immediate turbo response. Like no lag, no bullshit. I hated the way the bug eye looked initially. It was a 4-door. Wasn't cool like a 2-door RS.
Yeah, but the doors
I
weigh
could
like
see.
a
I
piece
could
of
see
paper.
hating the way it looks. That makes
Terrible
a lot of
looks.
sense.
The only thing I liked about that car when it first came out, the seats.
Ooh.
Bug eye
Dude,
seats.
bug eye interior is
Not 04.
amazing.
Not 04.
04 WRX?
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
No.
The worst.
blue.
Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
to be like that weird looking.
They're like more
blue
like,
and-
they got like buckety. They got like
Yeah,
a little
but they
bit
don't
of
he's
look
saying
like
the-
bucket.
The 04,
Right, they don't
05
look like
seats
it.
are so bad.
terrible.
Yeah, the black
Worst
ones
seats
that
ever.
look like
No,
they would
they're
be
blue.
better.
They're blue.
But they look like they
In the
would be
STI.
better.
In the STI.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bug eye seats were awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
bug eye seats were good. Bug eye WRX, but that was the only thing I liked about the car. Sound system sucked.
Go
The
back to the engine. So you
handling
said
sucked.
it had a lot of lag.
But yeah, I mean, like the Subaru turbo's all the way back here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the exhaust comes from here.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
Okay.
and everything I had was like everything previous that I had turbo was like inline four stuff.
Quick stuff.
So like,
So you really noticed that.
turbos on the manifold, just like an SR. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like it's immediate. So I hated the turbo lag. I hated the way the car drove. I hated the gearing in the car. Hated the way it looked. I hated the brakes. I hated everything about it.
So naturally, you bought
You
one.
had to hate it a decent amount because you went to a car with no turbo
Yeah.
in exchange.
Yeah,
So
I went to
that's-
an RS. The RS handled better. It looked better. It felt better. Everything about the RS was better. So, nope. If I'm going to buy a rally car, buy an RS.
Did you feel like the bug eye was way bigger?
Yeah, I felt like
It was
bigger, too.
chunky.
Yeah,
The fenders
I did.
look like.
It's not though. That's the crazy
It's
thing.
it's not that.
Like when you get down to the mechanics of that car, the only thing that makes that car bigger is the bumpers.
Yeah.
How they extend it, that way. The car is the same width. The car is
it just feels like a more modern car compared to the GC.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The car's the same width. So if you take WRX dash out of it and you try to put it in a GC like all these nerds do.
Yeah.
A, they don't fit. Don't do it. It's fucking stupid. Keep an RS dash.
I was about to ask. God damn it.
Anyways, it's the same width.
Yeah.
And actually, like even if you go to like newer Subarus, like a GR, like an 08 to 14, it's the same width dash.
I love those cars too.
It's the same width.
What's your opinion on those cars? GR.
Hate them. They're the worst ones they ever made.
Okay.
Don't buy one. They handle terribly.
How do you feel about GDs right now?
GDs, I love GDs now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, after I guess my first bug eye was actually my rally car in 09. So I had nothing but GCs up until then, you know.
And then eventually, what made you say, okay, fuck it?
Just the class. Everybody was driving like bug eye WRXs.
And then you just made it
PGT.
work. And
You had
So,
to conform. You had to sell out.
So I bought a bug eye WRX from like a customer of mine that was getting rid of it for like $3,000 or something like that. You know? And then, you know, it had some mods on it. So I had to basically revert back to stock on a bunch of stuff to make the car fit the rules and everything. But yeah, I mean, you know, the RS was like the first real, I don't want to say it's the first Japanese car I ever had that I like messed around with, but it was like the first car I really ever did anything major. Like it's the first time I ever did like a motor swap on a Japanese car.
I was going to say, so you said you swapped the engine on that.
Yeah, so I put a 2-liter WRX motor in it within the first 10 minutes of owning that car.
So you put the engine that you had in the bug eye, or that was in the bug eye, or is it?
It was basically the same motor.
Similar, yeah.
It was a you know, like an EJ 205.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was from Japan, but it was a
So whatever they were
That's
putting
the
in the
good
WRX.
sounding one, right? Where it's like
any of the
revs.
EJs are better sounding. Anything
Well,
with unequal length.
Yeah, he's saying the equal length versus.
I don't like that.
unequal
I don't like
length.
the rumble shit.
Oh, you don't like the rumble?
Sounds like a misfire, dude.
Actually,
Yeah, it depends.
yeah. Let's
It can.
let's settle this now too. Do they come unequal in Japan too? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Because some of them,
Depending on the year and what model it was. I mean, obviously, if it's like a STI bug eye 207 with a twin scroll, that's going to be equal length.
So any twin scroll
twin scroll is
setup
gonna be an
from the
equal length.
factory.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I remember. Yeah. Finding one of those videos online was a nightmare too.
Yeah.
I don't
They
know
make
why.
more power. Twin scrolls have better delivery. Like any
Yeah.
GC that we swap, like I'm always like, buy a version 8, don't buy a version 7. Buy a version 8, buy a version 9, put that in the car. You'll never have to do anything to the car. It's the best motor Subaru's ever made, in my opinion. Like
Version 8
version
was-
8 207 is the shit. It's
Okay,
It's the motor you want in a GC. If you get it with a 6-speed and everything, like that's the way to go.
You ever watch that Grand Tour episode? I don't know if you watch Amazon.
Maybe. I don't know.
There was this episode where they had like an Evo and like a Subaru and something else. I forgot what the other car was. Fuck. Whatever. But that Subaru sounds amazing. Don't know what it is. It was some sort of fancy one.
What year cars are we talking? GDs like Blobeye, Hawkeye.
A Blobeye. And it sounded awesome.
That's probably a S.
Sorry, I'm a little buzzed now.
Yeah, or
Fuck.
an RA or something. But yeah,
Probably an S204.
which they probably would have a twin scroll setup, and then I guess.
That car, when
Those
I hear
cars
the
would
sound,
all have the twin scroll
it's
set
like
up in
this
it.
fucking race car, like brah, bah, 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 like type of shit.
Dude, I could keep going, but I know we. I was gonna ask your opinion on Evos and Mitsubishi.
I love Evos. Honestly, you know what's crazy? I've been working on Subarus nonstop since since 2001.
Careful what you say here.
Yeah. Why?
Are you about to say you like it more?
No.
I thought you were.
No,
I thought you were.
what's
I was
crazy is
oh, yeah.
since I moved, right? Like up here, I was just getting Subarus left and right.
Yeah.
You know, and like I'm known for building Subarus, you know, amongst other cars, but like I'm really known for Subarus. So like I moved south, right? Dude, I've literally been working on nothing but Evos.
Really?
It's so weird.
Dude, we got
So
a friend
weird.
here, #1 Evo supporter.
Yeah, we got.
I like Evos, but you know, I mean, like Evos and Subarus. It's like any car. Some bits of the car have drawbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I know the interior quality of the Evo. I don't like as much.
I hate the interior quality of Evos.
Yeah.
They are cheap interiors for sure.
I would say everything but the engine and drivetrain, like, is kind of cheap. It
Yeah, even the
seems cheap.
quality of the shells on
Dude, they
Evos
rot
are
like hell. What the
crazy
fuck?
thin.
Yeah,
Sorry.
They're crazy thin. You know, but
Yeah.
but I mean, you know,
That's what it is.
they're a cool little rally.
Okay, how about-
that
how about-
4G63, dude, is one of my favorite engines.
Yeah. Same.
Like,
All right,
Same.
drifting versus rally. What are you choosing?
He paused.
Yeah, that's hard, isn't it? Boom,
I
that
will
was a nice
say-
segue into the questions here. That was from Beastie Boy 46. Bang! Probably the best fucking transition I've ever had into that.
I will say, I love drifting, right?
Yeah.
I like its accessibility. I like that you can put the car in crazier shit than you would ever do out on a rally stage. Like if you end up that sideways on a rally stage, A, you're losing time or you're fucking crashing.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem, right?
Is it cheaper?
Ooh.
This is a constant debate I have with drifters because every drifter I know, right, I feel like wants to go rally, but they feel like it's crazy expensive, right?
I'm thinking it
that's
might-
drifters with. I mean, I'm one of them. I think any type of racing that isn't drifting is really expensive. That's
Right.
how I view it.
So here's the thing. You don't need a $100,000+ car to go rally. You don't. I rally a 240 SX and a 370Z. Like
Yeah, he rallies the drift cars.
I know.
I rally the drift
Kind of
cars.
sick.
Honestly, I like it. Like I love like the style of like your car and stuff like that. It's low, it's cool, it's kitted, like
Yeah.
shit's sick, right?
It's all right.
Do that on a rally stage. Dude, a lowered car, not kitted, okay?
Do that on a rally stage?
Not kitted.
Okay.
Okay. Like whatever. Stock
KBD
body, stock
bumpers.
stock body stuff. Yeah, sure. KBB stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, but like, you know, like stock, like my S13 was basically just like stock body.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the only thing I put on it was like, I don't know, origin over fenders or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, but stock bumpers, no side skirts, like no
Yeah.
wing, like whatever, right?
You're using
but the car's
origin
low.
stuff on the rally.
The car's low for a rally car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, that thing looks sick on a stage, dirt, spraying, like
You're
the
taking
whole
that
thing.
like, vun, dun, 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 like
Oh
that
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
shit.
No, I still jump it. I don't jump. I never jump the S13 the way I jump my Fiesta or my Subarus.
Or the 370.
I have not jumped the 370
Thank
yet.
Christ, dude. I think you
Because-
might cause an earthquake.
Yeah. So the
Fucking
370.
shitload of weight.
All right, so check this out. You guys are gonna like this. So talk about cost rally versus drifting, right?
yeah.
They don't make anything rally for suspension for 370Z, right? Like I could get custom suspension made for a 370Z.
Yeah.
But that's not going to add travel.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the 370Z. It
What'd
doesn't
you
have
do?
travel.
What did you do? I know you're building up what Frontier, Pathfinder. What are we doing?
You're on the right path.
Fucking,
You're on the right
I knew
path.
it. I knew
But
it. I knew
it's
it.
not Nissan based.
Toyota.
No, it's a Subaru. Putting Subaru
Thank God
suspension
it's
in
not
it.
Toyota.
I was about to be like, what Toyota now?
I'm putting
4Runner?
Subaru suspension in a 370Z.
That's
so typically what a lot of people do, like what a lot of people do with like Mark II Golfs, you know, like big rally car,
Yeah.
you know, fairly entry level rally car, Mark II, you know, Golfs. All people were using those all the time. Fiestas have now replaced those because they're a hell of a lot cheaper. There's a fuck ton more of them out there, you know, and you're not destroying some
Front wheel drive setups.
yeah, front wheel drive
Yeah.
cars. But a lot of people would take like Subaru suspension and at least take the front Subaru suspension and put it in a Mark II Escort.
And you're allowed to do that?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You know, if you're in like the open class
Yeah, I
two-wheel
guess it
drive,
needs to
you
be
can
a
do
certain
whatever you
class.
want. Like our two-wheel drive open class rules right now, literally are two lines, and one says must be two-wheel drive, which I find hilarious, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I call up my guy at the series, and I was like, hey, Preston, like, so is this like really as cut and dry as it, like I'm reading this for like open two-wheel drive? He's like, oh yeah, you can literally do whatever you want. And I'm like,
You say open two wheel drive, front and rear can both, or is it divided?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we
No,
so
just left wheels or right wheels.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying like is front its own class or is rear its own
yeah,
class?
no, they actually they combine them.
Wow.
Yeah. So they the way that they split the class for like limited two-wheel drive versus like open two-wheel drive, because there's a break in engine size.
Okay.
So if you're like above 2500 cc, you're automatically an open two-wheel
Yeah.
drive. If you're below 2500, then you could be limited two-wheel drive. You could even be limited two-wheel drive in like a Fiesta, like a 1.6 turbo.
I'm just
like
trying to think
Fiesta
of a
ST.
way immediately to try to exploit the system. Like immediately. That's what it's on. You're laughing, but that's literally what you need to do.
It's
Like,
racing.
Yeah.
You want to try to like, but that's the thing. Like
How
open
far
two-wheel drive,
above
they're
the-
just like, oh, it just needs to be two-wheel drive.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want.
But now I'm like,
That's
fucking guy's gonna show up with something even crazier than me, and then he's
yeah.
gonna fucking
Yeah,
win.
I mean, it could be a money chase, but that's the nice thing about rally here is like it's not necessarily the money chase, right? Like the rules for most of the classes keep everybody sort of bottled up in terms of like how much money really you want to spend. Like, yeah, you could still get crazy, but like most people don't.
Okay, but money aside now, though, I feel like with drifting at least, I don't know. For me, I feel like the chassis could be reparable if I go off or if I mac a wall.
Okay, so you want to hear this?
I feel like
let's
as
see what
in
he says.
rally,
Okay, so
I'm bonking something pretty hard.
you're not wrong with that, but look at my S13. It's rolled 3 times.
That thing is mangled.
And I still drive it. And Chris did the last alignment on it, and it's got the best alignment on it right now that it's ever had.
Damn, you heard that shit?
Faction Motorsports
That's a
alignment.
Chris shout out for sure. Yeah. No, I mean for real, like that thing is a tank. And
I forget when it was on the rack. Was he having crazy problems with it?
oh yeah, probably yeah.
I feel like
no, it was
yeah.
we had a caster issue. Like we couldn't get the
Yeah,
caster to
yeah.
match up in the front because the strut towers have moved.
It doesn't matter. The worst car that was on there was a Ryan Turek owned S13. So nothing will beat that.
Yeah,
That boofed up
happens.
one
That shit was, dude.
with the big fat.
One frame, you go
spokes.
under the car, and one frame rail would be like fucking like this,
Yeah.
like an inch higher.
Well,
I'm
I
like,
had
dude.
plated my frame rails when I built that car. So I built my S13 on a rotisserie.
So you could do some sick
Strip-
board slides.
Dude, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So I stripped that car down to a bare shell, put it on a rotisserie, painted it on the rotisserie. Like that car was beautiful when I first put
That's
it
so
together.
crazy,
It
'cause-
was the nicest
Yo,
S13
can you bring a photo
anybody
up
had ever
of
seen.
this car?
I would feel really horrible doing that.
Have you seen his S13?
He showed it to me
There are
when
many
it was
different
sitting on
phases
the
of
lift.
S13.
Current
on the
S13.
lift.
Oh,
Yeah.
currently it's a pile of shit, but it's
Yeah, but you got a
awesome
lot
car.
of cars, which means
Yeah, I
you
do.
have like
and I diversified like heavily. I
You-
used to be only Subaru.
you have.
but I diversified heavily right now. Like, I'm-
good palette. He's
Yeah.
got a mini, bro.
Yeah.
A Mini
Okay,
Cooper?
you
I got a classic
covered
Mini.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a classic.
Not your fucking ugly fucking.
I've been
fake
looking
Mini
at. I've been
Cooper,
looking
bro.
at minis again.
If you're gonna buy a
No.
Mini, if you're gonna buy a Mini,
Our,
get an R56.
I had an R53.
No, get a 56.
I know. I
Which
feel the
is
same
the
way.
The turbo
56.
is so much better.
Okay,
than
I'm
the
okay with
supercharged
an
cars.
R56. What is after that? That's when I fell off. I didn't.
Oh
follow
yeah,
it.
after that, don't
With the
matter. It's
barn
fine.
door
You don't
shit?
want
I
those.
saw one here the other day. I was like, it's a Cooper S, but it's 4-door, and the hood scoop is fake.
Oh, those are the
And this-
Countrymen's.
I'm
And
like,
the back
no,
door
it was
is
a
big.
Cooper S 4-door.
Yeah,
Nah.
Cooper S
Oh,
Countryman.
it says Cooper S, but it's still a Countryman.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, the Countryman
that's
is the
why.
4-doors.
I was
Where's
so
the country
confused.
women?
Yeah.
Shut up, Carl.
It's 2024. What the fuck?
You're right though. Why did they do that? They call it a
Yeah, I don't know. But like R53s and 56s are the only ones that matter.
53 was sick, dude. The
53s are
Supercharger
cool.
was sick.
53s are super cool. But I got to tell you, I bought an 09 like Cooper S. The
Yeah.
thing must have stickered brand new for like north of 40.
Is it turbo
Really?
one or
Yeah,
supercharged?
it's turbo.
So
car.
it's
Turbo one is the one to have. I thought
Turbo 6-speed car.
that's the one to have.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
yeah.
like the newer, nice
Gas. It was fun.
Huh?
It was sick.
Yeah, dude, that thing was so much fun. It was so much fun. I had to sell the damn thing because I was driving everywhere like I stole that fucking car. Talk about on and off ramps. Every day, every on and off ramp, 100 plus miles an hour.
They are really fun.
Sorry,
Like-
I'm just picturing Frankie
And on,
fucking
like-
zooming through traffic.
Dude, they're cool
Dude,
cars,
and
man.
on like all seasons, like not even a good tires. Like I was on like some shitty all seasons that weren't even that great. That car was retarded. My
Yeah.
wife was like, "You need to sell that car." You like forget about getting a ticket and getting pulled over. Like they're gonna throw your ass in jail when they catch you. She's like, "You need to get rid of that car." And I had it for about 3 months. Literally, that's it. 3 months through the winter,
why does
and
everyone
I sold it.
tell you to do a walnut blast immediately when you have that car?
Oh, it's direct injection.
If you
or something?
Because everybody does it. Everybody that owns a Mini or a BMW, like I'm not even kidding. Like, okay, so the company I worked for was BMW. So, so I work for BMW Mini.
You're supposed to shit.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
whatever.
I've been
Fuck
gone.
'em.
I've been gone long enough. Fuck them. So basically, no. The problem is like 85% of Minis and BMWs that are like owned or like whatever, they're actually leases. And like out of all the leases that they have, like something like some ridiculous number of like 85 or 90% of people that drive BMWs or Minis drive them less than 5 miles a day.
I believe that.
Because they live close to a train station or
So
a bus stop or like whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They just bought the car.
Yo,
to
they go
fucking
right.
have it.
Dude, so many people that have BMWs and like Mercedes and Minis and all that stuff that go right here to Rutherford train station, go to the city. Dude, they all live right here. They don't drive ever. The cars never get warm. They never get warmed up. They never get driven on a highway. They never get run out. So the problem that we were seeing at BMW all the fucking time, every goddamn motor we had, especially direct injection cars, were that everything was gunking up and building on the back of the valves because nobody was driving them.
Dang.
We had a big problem too with crankcase vent like problems where like crankcase vents were like freezing because people were not letting the cars warm up. So the crankcase would get all this moisture in them.
That's a sick photo, man.
That's from Mount Washington.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Mount Washington? You got a little sticker that says that this car climbed Mount Washington.
Actually, the one that's on the back of the car says I own the record for that class.
Yo!
But yes, that's from 2017. So that's actually from competition day.
Damn, Mount Washington looks crazy. I'm trying to hike that.
So that is crazier than Pikes Peak. It's steeper than Pikes Peak. It has no guardrails. It had dirt up until about a year or two ago.
Really?
And has just as much elevation gain and has just as many turns as Pikes Peak. And it's steeper, more narrow. The tarmac is not flat or smooth anywhere on the entire hill.
What kind of knuckles you got on that, the bad boy right there?
Nothing. Tie rod spacers.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Tie rod spacers.
a
I did
cool
not
photo.
put. By the way, I've been rallying and drifting this car and hill climbing this car since 2013. I have never put knuckles on that car up until literally 2 years ago.
Fire. We were just...
I've been running an A group since day one.
I'm asking
That's something
because
the listeners need to hear.
we in the video in Bad as Hell, the Drift Alliance video, all the cars
That's old school.
Are-
That's like going back.
are like at an angle that I like watching
yeah,
drifting.
like not
It's
crazy.
like
Not
it's like
super
just
angle.
enough.
I hate that shit.
And I'm like, damn, that looks like a car that they're just trying to slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how
Yeah.
crazy drifting is now. Like,
Yeah.
it's so many different things.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, we're developing that suspension with FDF for the 370.
oh, really?
Yeah. We're making full custom knuckles and everything, putting the Subaru
That's cool.
suspension in
For
for rally. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Frankie's favorite company.
FDF.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. I got no
Just
problem
based on
with
They're
last
that.
week.
durable as hell, though, dude. I want to run those rear lowers. Did you see the ones that Chris installed on you guys' one customer car?
Which car was it?
IS. Dude, they just looked like they would hold a forklift.
No, I
That-
mean, Josiah knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
He just needs a different guy in the shipping department. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
no, I'm with you on that. So, but like,
you kidding me?
Bro.
Yeah, I mean, obviously time and effort goes in there. That's why I
Dude,
feel
I'll be
like you
watching
don't like
other
it.
videos and shit that like have nothing to do, and they're like, "Yeah, FDF, they forgot this fucking part." I'm like, okay, I'm glad we're not the
Yeah.
only ones that are dealing with this. But
Yeah.
the products are fine. It's just whoever's shipping the stuff out is like,
yeah. No,
Forgetting
I
things.
get that. I have a similar problem with another company, but we'll talk about that after.
yeah, yeah. I have no filter.
Wait, I just want to get. We have a few of these questions, and
Yeah,
like,
let's go with questions.
I
then.
feel bad. We might
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
just pick like maybe 4 or 5 of these
Whatever
because
you
there's a
wanna do.
fuckload of them.
Yeah, I kind of
This one's from my friend Stevie.
Everybody.
I
This one's
still
like
got questions
send-
for you, so you got to come
Yeah,
back.
no,
another
it's
day.
Wait. But I did
Let's
want to
do questions.
say, somebody named Hugh Blow in the chat said, "Shout out to Billy from your friends at Daikoku NYC.
Oh, hell
Always
yeah.
happy to support you, bro."
Hell yeah.
They've been having meets, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds
Mad
familiar.
Meats. Yeah, the Daikoku dude.
You've been on the
Yeah.
social media, Frankie. I know it for a fact. That's where I saw Daikoku NYC.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I seen that before.
You
Yeah, no, they
definitely
do.
have.
They do these. It sucks, man, because like, I'm in this group, right?
And you're
We have
far
this
as-
massive. We have this massive chat group on fucking Instagram, right? And like,
Really?
dude, I want to go out to these meets, but
And now you're 3 hours away.
But now I don't live right on the other side of the GWB. My
You're
shop's
beat.
not outside the Lincoln Tunnel anymore. Like
Yeah.
now I'm 2 hours away. Shit
now you got to
sucks.
go to Philadelphia.
No, I'm gonna come up this year. I'm gonna come up this year for sure with probably the Z, and flex that a little bit with like
In rally mode, though.
yeah. Once I get the full rally
Yeah.
suspension done. Oh yeah, that thing will be
Yeah.
jacked up.
He's got the lights on it and shit.
Oh yeah.
I bet you wish you could fucking. All
Oh yeah, we'll find some jumps. We'll do something stupid. But
right, big shaft and tiny balls, or monster balls and small shaft.
What the
That's my next question.
yeah, I thought you were going with somebody's screen name at that. You're
No,
gonna
no,
have to. You're gonna have to repeat the question.
That's what
then.
that's Steely Tooth.
So long shaft or
Big shaft, tiny balls, or
I feel
big
like-
balls, tiny
I
shaft.
feel like it's pretty obvious, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, answer.
Long shaft.
You're going long shaft.
Yeah, the balls don't do anything.
Depends on what you're looking at, right? I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yes, yeah,
Well,
that's
big
true.
big ass balls are just inconvenient.
Yeah, I feel like that would hurt.
Like you want big ball, yeah, like the saying, yeah, but
I
I
do
don't
too.
You want
actually
big
want
balls
them.
when you're racing.
Yeah, but you
But
don't. You don't
I
actually
do big
want them.
ball shit, but it'd be cool to have a big shaft.
I'm just gonna transvestite it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
just
Just
cut
try to
it
get rid of
off.
both?
Just cut it off. Yeah, whatever.
It's more
Fucking
efficient.
Subaru owners.
That's why I don't drive a Forester.
We're getting canceled in the last 20 minutes.
Drive a Forester. Dude, I wanted a Forester so bad before I got the truck, and then that whole lesbian thing. That whole lesbian thing was. I was like, okay,
like,
I guess I
nah.
can't get one now.
Earlier we were talking about Mini Coopers. I was like, Frankie's gonna look like that fine ass chick from the Italian
No, that's
Job.
where I draw the
Yeah.
line. I'll get a Mini Cooper because those
Love
things are
minis.
sick.
Love minis.
What is this? Given the opportunity, which classic rally car would you want to drive? Mine would be the Audi Quattro based on the look and sound of it.
Okay, so I kind of already answered this question because I'm a freaking nerd. Peugeot 205 T16. I grew up
What does that look like, Malcolm? Do you mind putting a
Peugeot
picture of that?
205 T16.
I know what the
That's the Group B car.
was it? T16.
205 T16. PEUGEOT 205 T16.
205 T16.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be saying that shit in my fucking sleep. God damn it, Billy. Oh hell yeah. Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah,
one right
yeah,
here
yeah.
with the big wing.
Yeah, get the big wing.
there.
Yeah.
That's the car. Right
Now
there.
that shit-
Evo
that-
2. That's the car.
That is sick.
Yo, there's the go back. Right there. That shows you where the engine is.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Yo,
Four-wheel
that shit got
1.8 liter turbo, producing close to 600 horsepower,
Holy shit.
In that,
and that's a tube frame car. Dude, this is the size of like an EG hatch.
dude, I
This is the size of an EG hatch with
That's
four-wheel
really
drive.
Crazy.
Four-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive.
Mid-engine.
Four-wheel drive, and mid-motor
yeah.
with turbo and intercoolers behind your head.
God, I
All
fucking
Kevlar bodywork. Car weighs nothing. Car weighs like 2,000 pounds.
look at that shit. Wee.
Yeah.
That just looks like a suicide machine.
Now, okay, look at the road going version. DK Engineering, bottom right.
DK?
Oh yeah, they like.
Now a road going version.
So this
of
was
it.
the homologated
Street
car.
Okay.
Yeah, this was the
Fire.
homologated
So
the
car.
engine's
These
in the
were only
front?
made like 200 horsepower.
Where's the
They're
engine?
lame.
Malcolm,
that
do you
one.
mind clicking
Same
through those
thing.
4
Same.
photos?
Yeah,
right
same thing in the back.
Look at that one.
So would you take one
They
of those?
still open up in the back. Yeah.
Oh
I mean, they're
wow, they
super
do
cool.
open up in the
Oh,
back
yeah,
still in the
yeah,
stock
no.
form, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they basically just took those and then just put up a hopped up motor and
Four lug.
everything in it.
Well, now that looks like a Mini Max or whatever, Mighty Max or whatever.
Now, how much power does that make? 100,
they only made
120?
like 200 horsepower or something like that.
That's
they
better
weren't.
than I thought.
Yeah, 200 to 300 horsepower. They didn't, and you got to think like this was the mid
That's still a lot.
80s where like a V8 Camaro
Made 150.
right 180 horsepower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this thing was already 20 horsepower.
That's how I
up.
expect them to look after one lap.
Oh nah.
With 600 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yo, look at the motor.
Now
in the
there's
back.
some gnarly wrecks. That was probably the worst 205 wreck ever. Damn near killed the guy.
Yo. What about the driver, Malcolm? I want to see the driver of that Peugeot Sport right there. To
That's
the left.
Ari Vatanen. Yeah, this guy.
That's how Carl's trying to be.
That's actually a 405 T16. That's the Pikes Peak car. That's what he set the record with.
I want
That's
to go
what
back to a question real quick that we didn't answer. Drifting
He already
or
said
rally?
big shaft.
Drifting or rally. So drifting or rally, I would say if money was no object, like just say like I have the cars I have right now,
Yeah.
right? S13, 370Z, right? We'll call the 370Z the rally car and my S13 now just a drift car because it's just a pile of shit.
Kind of is.
It's just a pile of shit.
But no, honestly, I mean, hands down everyday rally.
I thought so.
Hands down everyday rally. I love drifting. for what it can provide from a driver practice standpoint of thing, and just straight up having fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Honestly, like you can't get that with rally, right?
Yeah, not
Obviously,
really.
like from a competition standpoint of things, like rally is like, obviously competition. You're trying to go as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Whereas like drifting is like something you could do with your friends, have a ball, like crash doors, like, crash into walls, whatever, like that's more fun from that sort of aspect. Like it's more of like a friend activity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Than like a competition.
Yeah.
Like I competed in like US drift, like way back when. And I did it solely for the fact that I just wanted to go drive other tracks.
Yeah.
Like
Versus rally where it's a little
I did
bit
it for
more...
the competition too a little bit, but like I was a stock SR with 15-inch wheels and tires.
Yeah.
But
I
rally
qualified at Wall.
driving
That's great.
has more of a purpose. Would you say that? Would you
I don't
say
know.
there's a more of a purpose to rally
If he was
driving?
drifting for fun and then he did the comp shit, he'd probably be like, eh.
I don't know. Honestly, like when I go to like time attack stuff, I get bored out of my mind. It's just like it's like a track day. Like people go to those track days. It's fun. Go to track days if you have a car. Like I'm not mocking you guys, but like I'm kind of beyond that a little bit. Like
I feel like once you go rally, it's like
I mean,
kinda can't backpedal.
even drifting's so much more exciting than like just
I like
lapping.
drift.
Yeah,
I like
it's
drifting
annoying.
because like I don't even know why I fucking like drifting sometimes. I'm trying to think of it now. I'm like, why do
drifting
I
and
like
rally
when the
are
car
definitely
goes?
my top two out of all the racing I do.
But why?
Maybe ice racing.
What is it about when the car gets sideways like that makes me fancy it so much? Like I fucking love doing that in any vehicle
because it feels
feels
like it should
wrong.
be out of control.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah, it
'cause
feels wrong.
feels like you shouldn't be doing.
or it looks the coolest. It like
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know what looks cooler? When you're sideways in a drift car on a rally stage.
That's what somebody asked. Somebody asked here when you're going to sell posters of the Safari Z. That's from Ram Sobinson.
Soon.
Dude,
You got
Safari Z
posters?
would be fire.
Soon. Yeah, no, we're gonna do posters for that soon, and that's just a plug for him. He's doing that. He's doing the posters.
Damn it, man!
He's probably
That was
gonna do
really
the
smart.
posters.
You
That was
got me to
smart.
read that.
That was
shit.
smart.
Yeah, he's doing the posters. He's Sam Robinson. He comes to a lot of like drift events at Club Loose. He does a lot of FD stuff. He came down and actually shot like some professional pictures of my Mini, so I can put it up for sale and bring a trailer, so I can go back rallying this year. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like. Yeah, rally or drifting. I mean, rally hands down, because rally I feel like brings you to some of the most beautiful places in the world you would never think to go to. Like especially like who the fuck wants to go to northern Michigan in the middle of the winter?
No one.
I was just about
Nobody.
to ask, like,
Literally
why
no
would you
one.
do that?
But when you go for rally, oh my god.
Oh yeah, we're out.
Like
Yeah.
so cool, so much fun. Like what an atmosphere.
Well, it's just like if you were to put yourself in the situation of living here.
Pull up Bonfire Alley. Do a Google search for Bonfire.
Malcolm
Alley.
Bonfire, please. I need food, dude.
Boom, right there. Just pull up a video like this one right here or something. Like, is that a video?
What the fuck
Can you watch
is
this?
that?
So this is the last stage of.
Oh yeah, bro. Anywhere
Snow
where you're
drift.
pulling the cooler with the sled.
Look at this. Look at this. We have huge
Damn, that's cool.
bonfires at night.
Bro, boys, we're doing the wrong sport. They're doing the fun shit still at rally. We're doing the wrong sport. Who the fuck?
No idea. No idea.
I think rally is definitely like, pretty comparable to drifting. Like the fans are.
Hey,
probably
there's my
crazy,
first car
like-
right
Yeah.
there.
No, I mean these dudes are like all these fans are out there for like. I mean, they didn't just
Ooh,
like
that's
show
nice.
up. Like they were out there all
Look at this
day.
shit. What the fuck?
Yo, Frankie, I would be acting a clown.
I know.
So people
What-
are
what am I
throwing,
allowed
like,
to do
lighting
here?
fluid and like gasoline on the bonfires to make them like ball up as you're driving by, and you can actually feel the heat in the car like through the glass.
Oh, he beefed. He beefed. He beefed.
Oh.
He beefed. I'd feel like a damn fool. Oh, he beefed again?
But like, how cool is this? Like, you can't tell me you wouldn't have fun doing
I
something.
just
My-
love that they're using these
Even
cars
just
still.
spectating this is fun.
I think this is
You know
why
what I
I'm
mean?
not meant to be a race car driver, because you know what I'm thinking right here? I would pull up and right there
Forrest.
I would slow down. I
to
would
be a
slow
lesbian.
down right there, do a launch and hold and do something.
Yo, and everybody would go wild for
They
that.
would go nuts.
Everybody goes
It'd be
nuts. For
nuts.
that
That's
stuff.
why
They're
I'm into
using
drifting.
So many GCs. Are there enough
Oh,
left?
dude. Yeah, tons.
Yeah?
This is
So
why I'm
many
into
end up at
drifting, I
rallying.
think. Frankie,
but you
did
guys
you
just
hear?
hit trees every once in a while.
Every now and then.
Was that a fucking...
Yep. DSM. Yeah, we don't have a lot of Evos going anymore. But like there was a time in rally in the US where there was more Evos than
Not
Subarus.
the Honda
That's so
Passport
cool.
that just went by.
Yep, Honda Passport. That's a factory Honda effort too.
There are more Evos.
That's the factory Honda team.
Dude,
Wow.
bring me back to when it was GDs and
What is that?
Evos.
It's a truck. No, it's a Tacoma.
That's maybe the sweep guys. Those are the
4150?
guys that are probably closing the
F-150?
stage. Yeah, those are the guys that are closing the stage. That's the end of the stage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Raptor. So
No, but that, to me, that looked... I want to do that.
Yeah, I know.
honestly, just spectating is fun. Like stuff like that. Like watching rally, it's not like watching drifting, right? Like it's a race, right? Cars are coming by you 1 minute intervals, right? So you see a car. If you get a good spot to spectate, you're maybe going to see
to be
a car
honest,
for
I would rather do
20
that.
seconds. You know what I mean? But you're going to see
that.
every car that's in the rally for 20 seconds at like 1 minute intervals. But
gotta
you're out
pick
in the middle of nowhere.
Got to pick a good corner.
Yeah, you got to find a good spot.
Make sure you're not in the
typically-
kill zone.
Yeah, that's the big thing. But I mean, like, they have like designated spectator areas where like people, and there's crowd control there so that people aren't in the bad spaces. But like, I don't know, like rally's like an adventure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're in a competition, but like you have to basically compete with yourself first. Like you have to get through the rally. The car's got to hold itself together. You got to hold yourself together.
Yeah.
And like get through the rally to the finish before you can even really be like, okay, where did I do compared to everybody else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's the competition aspect to it, but like, I don't know. Like I've had some of the most insane times at rallies were some of my absolute worst performances in terms of like where I podiumed or like finished or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like some of the most memorable and most like insane efforts I've ever had in racing have always been involved in rally.
I feel like a lot of these questions that I have here are about that most memorable moment in that career of yours. So do you have like anything that you can like pinpoint on?
Oh my God. Okay. So there's a little bit of a story. So, I mean, obviously I've got a lot of different memories from like races I've won and like, I don't know, just like stuff that I've done. There's a lot of different stuff, but I mean, ultimately, like again, like some of the worst rallies I've ever had, like have been like the most memorable. This one's insane. I tell this story to a few people every now and then whenever I can.
What's the car?
So the S13.
Yes.
All right. So
Okay.
that's, S13 problems right off the bat. So this was like STPR. So this is like my home rally,
Yeah.
what I consider my home rally, right? Because it's like Pennsylvania is 4 hours away. It's like that was the first rally I went and volunteered for or whatever. So it's like my home event. I've been going nonstop. I think I missed 1 year since 2001.
Whoa.
I've gone every year.
So if
And I've
on
been
a
there
points
either
basis, you're
competing-
up here.
Was that?
On a points basis, you're up there.
Yeah. I've been there for 24 out of 25 years.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like I've been there. Like I started as volunteering, then like the second year I volunteered. The third year I was crewing. I crewed basically every year from then on. I was safety steward. 2016, I competed my first time at STPR in 2010. Blew a motor in my GC. Didn't finish the rally. I've never finished that rally from start to finish. I've only done it twice, but I've never finished that rally from start to finish.
Oh my God.
So the first time I blew an engine. The second time I'll tell you about in a second. That was 2015. Second time I actually ran that rally. And then 2016 I was safety steward. 2017 I announced, or 2018 I announced for ARA. Had the little mic and everything on me.
Hey guys, I am
know.
now. No, I'm just kidding.
Been like, I don't know. I've gotten back into crewing for some cars. So ironically, I'm like crewing for an Evo 10 right now.
wow.
Actually, a pair of Evo 10s. And I'm trying to get some other cars in, but whatever. 2015, I go in the S13, right? So we leave the shop. Of course, we're thrashing to prep cars. We ended up building a GC. I had a GC rental, like an RS four-door car, 2000 RS sedan that I built into a rental. It was my daily driver.
What do you mean
And
a rental?
So I was renting the rally car to some people to drive and race for the weekend.
Word.
So
Is that a thing?
yeah, one of my customers wanted to go rally.
So then you
like him
built
and
a
his
car
sister.
for them to rent.
Yeah. So him and his sister wanted to go rally. They grew up in a rally family from the Middle East. They're from like India, but they like lived in the Middle East, and they went to like they grew up volunteering at rallies as like little kids. So then they moved to the U.S., started volunteering for rallies, yada yada yada. But I was just like, yeah, like if you want to go rally, like I've been looking for an excuse to turn my daily into a rally car that I could rent. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, why not? Like I don't know. Like if you could commit to 3 rallies this year in that car, I'll build it as a rally car.
That's an interesting business model. I'm going to have to talk to some buddies about that later on in Discord tonight, Diego.
But yeah. So anyway, so in typical me fashion, I do everything last minute. I built that car in 22 days. So
Bro, 22 days.
So I drove that car
from stock form
stock RS
to rally ready form
to 100% at a rally racing on day 22.
Now, me personally, I want to think in my head, and I'm going to dish you to Frankie. Do you think you could build a drift car in 22 days? I think I could.
I don't know.
That's where that comes in, I feel like. Rally, there's gotta be way more.
Like you're caging it and everything.
You're caging it. You're
Caged.
You
new
need
brake
the
lines, new
cage.
fuel lines. Like that.
Can
car
you
was
rally without a
stripped.
cage?
No.
Definitely. That's
don't-
where the
Don't try that.
That's
Yeah.
where the money is.
Don't try that at home.
Yeah, no, don't go do that.
What's
Yeah.
the fastest you've gone in the forest, no cage? I'll tell you right now, mine.
Not fast for me.
50. Easy.
50?
Oh
Yeah.
God, I don't even want to tell you guys.
It was so bad.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Bro, but like,
North of 100.
North of 100.
No cage.
Okay.
3 people in the car.
yo,
That's
Bill is
a legend.
hood.
Yeah.
Hood as fuck.
He's the rally version of
Does
street
it
drifting.
make it worse? It was in the snow.
Yeah, you're rally Jesse Streeter.
Yeah, literally.
Jesus Christ. 100 through the woods?
In the snow.
You're looking at it.
In the snow.
in the snow.
Okay. For some reason, I feel like I like going faster in the snow
insane,
because in the Koya, I went around 40 through the woods in the snow. That's fast.
Yeah.
It felt
Anything
like-
in the woods is
It
fast.
felt like a tunnel. But anyway, like the fact that it was snowing, it kind of like leveled it out a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. I mean,
was sick.
I've done like 105 in the snow with people in the car, no cage.
It's
Allegedly.
dope. Dude, having people in the car makes you just go faster immediately.
Oh yeah. You do stupid things when you're young. The fact that I'm still here to like do this podcast,
Yeah.
and got through my 20s,
Bless.
is shocking.
More life, too. Like, I hope you could keep doing cool stuff like that.
That's
Let's hear
the
the
plan,
story, though.
Isn't it
That's
awesome, though?
2015.
104? Oh, wait,
105.
is that
Ish.
what we're talking about?
Yeah,
That
the
story?
20
Yeah. So anyway, the
Oh, yeah,
2000
back to
RS.
normal.
Yeah.
We'll
normal
be
story.
here for 10
Main
days.
story.
Yeah, exactly. So the 2000 RS, built that car, literally drove it in my shop as like my daily. Full interior car, had to cage it, had to gut it, had to do like
Built a
strip the
whole
car,
car in
painted
less
the
than a month.
interior, wrapped the car.
Yeah.
Like the car looked great. Day 22, we go to like, not even day 22. Day 22, we go out to the rally, right? This is when Alex Jager was working for me. I had my fab dude with me. In the middle of the 22 days, my fab dude like took a week vacation. He
what?
cranked out the cage in like a week and a half. Which
Why
is
did you take a
rally
vacay?
cage.
Hope it
He had scheduled like, months
Yeah.
in advance.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean? But like he just had a vacation just ironically like right in between because he knew like the season was going to kick off and it was going to get crazy. So he's like, oh, let me go on vacation before that happens. Anyways, he banged out a cage. I finished everything else in the car. Alex Jager helped me with, everything else. And then we go to the rally. And I'm like, all right, you guys, I've been daily driving this car for fucking 2 years, dude. I'm like, all right, Alex, you take the rally rental. You and Justin take that to your house because we're going to take his truck and his trailer and like pop the rental on that and then jam out. So I had the S13 on my trailer and they left like maybe a half an hour before me. They get to the interchange at like 80 and 287 and they're like, I think the motor just went.
On the rally car?
Yeah,
On the supposed...
rally rental car
On the...
that I've been driving for 2 years.
What the fuck?
So this all starts with like, okay, yeah.
That
like,
car did not want to go to the rally.
No,
dude.
it didn't.
It did not,
It did not
want to
wanna
go to the rally.
The car looked so good too. Like when we finished it, like it looked
Probably
it
looks
looked-
so tough.
it
Like,
looked pristine.
yeah, dude, this looks like
So-
a rally car.
So yeah, so that like Alex had to drive basically from Union City where the old shop was up to Sparta, right, to get his truck and trailer and like load the car. But they get to 287 and 80, and the car dies. And they're like, yeah, we're just on the side of the road. Like, we're pretty sure the motor's dead.
Yo, I
I'm
lost
like,
a Subaru there too.
Jesus Christ, really? I'm like, are you kidding me? And like, part of me knew that Alex was probably going to beat the shit out of it. And I didn't tell him at the time, but I wanted him to because I didn't want this to happen in the middle of the rally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want the people to like that were renting the car to start the rally and then like have a motor fail.
Oh,
I also didn't want to go changing a rally. Like, didn't want to go changing a motor literally the night of the rally, like before the rally starts in a parking lot.
But that seems like that's your specialty.
Oh, no, it is. That's the problem.
And I can tell that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh no, that's exactly what happened. So I leave the shop finally with the S13 on the trailer, and I go out to meet them, on 80 or whatever, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. We'll unload the 240. We'll get the RS up on the trailer. We'll go to your house. And we'll load the S13 on, and we'll hit the road, right? I said, okay. We get to Alex's house, and I like noticed I forgot. I go, oh shit, skid plate's not on the S13.
Is that like a must? Can you like make one? I would make one.
Like skid plates that you guys might put on like a drift car are
eighth
like
inch.
Eighth inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are 1/4 inch thick.
Damn, quarter?
And they're 60-61.
That's a skillet.
Yeah, they're 60-61, like 1/4 inch thick. I start with a 4 foot by 3 foot plate is how I start to shape them.
How do you forget this, Bill? What are we doing, dude?
So I forgot that. So I tell Alex and Justin, I say, okay, go back to the shop, get the skid plate. We forgot some other stuff. They grabbed all that stuff. So they went from Alex's house back to the shop with the S13 on his trailer. Oh, and by the way, driving the S13 from where the motor blew to his house, we found out my car wouldn't go in 5th gear.
Naturally.
You need 5th gear?
And I had a 490 in it.
Okay. Frankie.
And I had a 490 in it.
Good to assume, like,
it was good up until the gearing came out. Yeah. So we get it on the trailer. They go back to the shop, get the skid plate and everything. I leave Alex's house and start making phone calls. Who's got a motor, right? So
we're boys because that's what.
Yeah. So
I'm over here. I would start texting my friends, and you go.
So I call one of my buddies has got a Subaru shop that's like based in the town where the rally's at. So I call him immediately. I'm like, yo, Brandon, different Brandon. I'm like, yo, Brandon, like, yo, do you have a motor around? Like, I need a motor for an RS. And he's like,
now that's a pretty common motor.
Yeah, I mean it's like it came.
It's the one Subaru motor.
Yeah, it came in all the Foresters. It came in the Legacies. It came in
Subaru's good.
2.5 RSs.
Good. We're looking good here.
Yeah, so I'm like, there's a chance, right? So I'm like, he's the guy to call, right? So I call him, and he's like, I don't think I have anything for you. But one of his mechanics heard him like talking to me on the phone.
Yeah, like his mechanic's like 2 rooms away.
And he's like, wait. What? Who needs a motor? And he's like, Billy needs a motor. And he's like, oh, dude, you can have the motor out of my Legacy. Like your daily?
Sick.
And he's like, yeah, no problem. Like, I'll have it out by the time you get here.
What the fuck?
I'll just walk to work tomorrow.
He's like, I'll have it out by the time you get here. I'll leave it out front on a tire. And I was like, okay, sweet. Like, that's awesome. But can I borrow your engine hoist too?
Yeah.
What do you think? This is a one-stop shop?
Your parking lot?
So he's like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. I'll leave the engine hoist out for you too. Right? So they're like, I get out there, it's like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night, right? By the time I get out to the rally, it's dark. I go to their shop, I pick up the motor, like with another one of my crew guys that met us at the rally. We just like put the thing like on the trailer. I unloaded the RS in the parking lot at the hotel. We throw the engine hoist on the trailer. We throw the engine on the trailer. Don't even strap anything down. Drive it back to town. Didn't have anything fall off.
Sick.
Got there, pushed everything off the fucking trailer, parked the trailer, and got right into the motor swap. We finished at 5 a.m. And because it took so long, because the Legacy and the Impreza have different timing gears. So I had to swap the timing gears Like I basically had to take the whole fucking front end of the motor apart.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
The water pumps were different
Timing
too.
gear, so you got to
which
take
I didn't know
off.
until that happened.
Oh my
Right,
God.
so the water pumps were different. The fucking timing gears, which I knew were different, so I already anticipated that. But like, I had to take everything apart, and then I found like, okay, well, it's got like, old intake manifold gaskets, and it's got this, and it's got that, and I went through the whole fucking thing, and I
You
just
changed the intake manifold gasket?
Oh yeah. We had to change because I think the upper neck, the water neck that goes under the intake manifold, I think was different too.
You know what would piss me off?
So we had to change that then too.
You know
so
what-
it was dreadful. It was like we literally finished at like 5 or 5:30 in the morning, and then we had to be at the rally to start at like 9 o'clock.
That's you doing your due diligence, doing something like that, changing like a intake manifold gasket, or like you're like, oh yeah, I noticed that the water neck's leaking. Let me change the gasket there.
Yeah, like to me, it was more important for the rally rental people to like get through the rally without a problem.
Absolutely,
that was my goal.
You made a commitment.
Yeah, right.
And you're going to honor it.
Right.
Which is great.
Yeah.
You got big balls and big shaft. but the thing is like, fuck, what the hell was I even
there it
fucking
goes.
saying? It's
Oh shit. Yep,
balls.
that happens. Balls.
It's because I had to fucking
I saw
say
that shit
something
fly
nice.
out your head right
Yeah,
there.
shit flew out the window. Malcolm's laughing too.
Bro, that shit went right out.
He just went like,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then
Yeah.
it just gone. Oh man.
I fucking hate
Now, are you going to tell me you won?
So
A
okay, so
rally?
now this is where things get real interesting. Okay, so this was just the precursor. This was just getting to the
Yeah.
rally and having the
You
rally
haven't
rental.
even-
Yeah, I hadn't done the race yet.
No, this isn't even the race. This is just getting to the start of the race. So the S13, minus the whole fifth gear problem,
It's fine.
has been great, right? SR's been fine. Everything's been great.
Right. I totally just forgot that it was an SR
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. Oh, it's an SR car.
I'm over here. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm rallying an
it's a
SR.
rally
What an
car. It's
idiot.
probably a K. But at the time,
Yeah. No.
probably best solution you could ever have.
Yeah, I mean, you could go with a VQ, but they're too big, too heavy, too tall, too just everything.
Too
and
trumpet.
I was just like, and actually the weight balance, once you put an SR in and take a KA out, it's the perfect car.
He just came on.
It is the perfect rear-wheel drive car.
Perfect car.
It's the perfect rear-wheel drive car. When that car's good, it's fantastic.
That's an
for
international
everything.
rally car
Yeah.
driver. saying
Anyways,
that.
so yeah, we get the motor done. Rally rental's good. Those dudes, they make it through the rally without a problem.
Wow.
The whole rally.
Fuck yeah.
Round of
Right?
applause.
They finished their first rally, right?
Yeah.
Which was the goal, right?
Fuck. Hold on. I remember what I was going to say.
Cool.
It was, you know what would suck and annoy me is when you're doing your due diligence like that and you're changing things like intake manifold gasket, water neck gasket, that something would break
Like
Yeah.
a bolt.
in the process
Oh, yeah.
of you
Oh,
doing
God.
that. And possibly right then and there,
Yeah. Oh,
bye,
yeah.
Carl.
Oh,
Gone.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
dead.
I mean, if you
I'm-
pull those water necks off the top,
Oh my
they
God.
break.
That's-
Those bolts break.
those
all the
bolts
time.
are so
those 10
thin.
mil bolts. Yeah, they're like long and thin. Yeah, they just seize in there.
That's why I was like,
Oh, yeah.
damn, you're crazy for that.
Yeah, I was like, let's try this. Whatever. Let's
Oh
see how
my
it
God,
goes.
you're nuts for that.
So
But
anyway,
anyway, yeah.
So
Sorry, I got it though.
We got it. They got through the rally. That was the main goal of the weekend. So then, my co-driver at the time, this was the first time he was going to co-drive for me. Right?
Okay.
He was a Jalopnik editor.
Okay.
Okay. You can actually go read this article on Jalopnik, his view of this, this whole weekend, which was insane. So he had never, not that he had never co-driven before, but he had never co-driven for like a real, like full rally, like a national rally like that. And so it was his first time doing like national level co-driving. It was the first time he was doing it in a rear-wheel drive car. He'd only done it in a front-wheel drive car before. Definitely not a turbo car.
Yeah.
And then he, I don't know. We'll get into a list of firsts for him as we go along with this. So yeah, we go to the first stage, and on our way to the first stage, we don't have our gear on. Like we just have our suits on. We don't have our helmets on. Anything in the car, we have an intercom that we can communicate between the helmets or whatever. So we get to the first stage, and as we suit up, you always check, especially at the beginning of the rally, you check, intercom's working, mic's working. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go.
Oh my God.
Dude, I couldn't hear him. He could hear me. I could not hear him. And he could hear himself in his helmet,
Whose
but
fault
I
is this?
couldn't hear him. So my adapter cable fucking went bad. Right?
Oh my God.
And like we had thought, okay, well, can we swap helmets? Can we do this?
Yeah.
And then,
Okay, right away to the solution. Yes,
right?
yes,
Like,
yes,
what
yes.
can we do to fix this? Right? And no, we couldn't.
How
right?
crazy is this going to get?
So we start the first stage, which is a very note intensive, like pace note intensive stage. It's in a old like waste management, like garbage dump,
Okay.
you know, like open pit coal mine that
Oh
they're
my
basically
God.
filling. And these are this, you know, stage is around all these, you know, their access roads and everything else. So there's turns like every freaking 100 feet,
Yeah.
you know, super like intensive, right?
Technical.
So very technical. So we're just like, all right, well, bro, you're gonna have to scream, and you're
Loud.
gonna have to give me numbers, right? So like our rally co-driving, the way that I co-drive,
Right,
there's
left.
many different like levels of, you know, the language or whatever, but it's basically like 1 to 6. A 6 is like flat out
Yeah.
straight. 1 is a hairpin, right?
Okay.
That's how we call our stuff. It could be flipped the other way around if you're in Ireland. You know, 3 is not a 3, it's a tree, you know, if you're Irish. And then,
Don't want to hit any trees.
you know, they say 1, 2, 3, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a terrible Irish accent. I don't know what
wasn't
the
that
hell that
bad.
was. Anyways.
That sounded Chinese.
Yeah,
No, it
pretty
did
much. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what the hell that was. Terrible. Anyways, but yeah. So 6 is flat out. A 1 is like a hairpin. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
just give me
yeah.
numbers, right? Like,
Yeah.
like 6 or like.
And he's got to
1.
show them to you now.
Yeah. Now he's got to put them out in front of me while he's holding a book,
Fantastic.
you know, and trying to tell me and yell at me what the hell's going on. So whatever. We get through the stage.
The fact that he has to use 2 hands is.
And he's like, you know, for like stuff that like I wanted me to slow down, I'm like 2 hands, all 10 digits out, telling me to
I
slow
don't
down.
know.
Right.
I would have been like none.
So I'm driving and I'm watching his hands at the same time, right?
Oh my God.
So we get through the whole stage, yelling, screaming, the whole 9.
Did it work?
Yeah, we got through good.
All right.
We had a good time. But
Sure, it was a great time.
we're coming up to the good time as like, you know, compared to the other
Okay.
racers and stuff in our class. Car was low on boost, right off the bat. Like the car didn't have boost. Oh, and by the way, my 5th gear came back on the transit from like where we have like our like sort of
Yeah.
ceremonial start to the first stage. My 5th gear came back miraculously.
Just a little
Some good
tired.
So I'm like,
news.
sick. Car's great. Got
Yeah.
5th gear, whatever, right? So, okay, it's got a little boost leak. No big deal. Intercom adapter. I got another one at service,
I
whatever.
keep forgetting this
Figure it out.
S13.
Right, S13. But before the stage is done, I threw another thing in the loop. The car was on fire.
What?
When?
About a mile or so from the end of the stage on a 10-mile stage.
So what'd you do? Like you took care
just
of
kept
it?
driving.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
That was a
just kept
take
driving.
care of it.
If your car's on fire, keep driving. Don't stop. It will light up and go up fast if you
Oh,
stop.
wow.
Keep moving, especially if it's brakes. If your brakes are on fire, get moving ASAP.
Wow.
So
Damn. Every time
tip.
I've seen a fire at any drift event, everyone's stopping.
Immediately.
Yeah, life ends. Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Yeah. Oh my God. Somebody's on fire. No, keep driving. Try to get that shit out. Find a water hole. Go splash that shit.
Yeah.
Like, go do something to make that thing go
There's
out.
only one water pit.
Yeah, you're right.
On front course.
Unless it's spring
Yeah.
moves and there's the big lake in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Ooh,
You know,
yeah.
let me tell you how I found that once.
Spring moves, you just flying right through the middle, right
yeah.
through the infield, and you're safe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, so the car's on fire. This dude's never been in a car on fire before,
Okay.
right?
Where's the fire?
So there's another first for him in the engine bay.
Okay.
So I don't know
yeah.
where it is. I don't know what's on fire, but I know the car's on fire. I know it's running.
And you just drive for a mile.
And I'm like, all right, well, we just got to keep going flat out. And when we get to the end of the stage, we'll deal with it there. So, you know, we're pulling up. There's like a flying finish. There's a spot where like they hit the stopwatch as you're flying through at full speed. And then there's like a distance from there to like the checkpoint where you hand them your time card, but you have to stop. So the car's on fire. And I'm like, I don't want to stop. But okay, so then you got to use, if you got to stop and the car's on fire, then you got to use a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Just a quick little spritz, though.
Ish, depending on how bad the fire is. If it's an oil fire,
What was
you're
it?
gonna need a
What
lot
was
more.
the fire cause?
Yeah.
Cause of fire.
So I say to him, all right, look, I'm gonna like stop real quick. You're gonna jump out. I said, unlatch the fire extinguisher right now and put it in my lap. I'll drop you off for the time card. I'll pull up here and put the fire out. All calm. And he's like panicking. Like he's like, oh my God. Oh, gotta get the fire extinguisher. Which I understand. He's never been in a car.
Does
on
he have
fire.
an accent?
I get it.
It'd be great if
No,
he did.
no, he's American, dude.
God damn it. That's what I'm picturing. He's like a foreign person in the passenger seat.
Yeah, no.
You watch too much WRC.
The only
I think so.
the only non-American co-driver I've ever had has been an Irish guy. So that's always interesting. I love Irish
would
guys.
not be able to
Irish
pay
guys in the
attention.
passenger seat are great.
Yeah.
Lift at the potato. What? That's how they talk, bro.
But so anyway,
capping.
I pull up, I put the fire out. I had like a little hood vent to sort of like cool off my turbo, like air, like a hood scoop.
Yeah.
That I put in my car. So I just literally just shot the fire extinguisher through there. I didn't know what the hell was on fire, or what I was hitting.
You did not?
I did that to start.
Okay.
Right. So then I lifted the hood, put it out. The stupid breather hose. That's right.
I knew that was going to be it.
Breather
I knew
hose.
that was going to be
Yeah.
it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did, because mine lit on fire too.
Yeah, fucking breather hose lit up.
Yeah.
And the thing, because it's a vacuum leak, the thing was running all like weird, whatever.
Yeah.
So technically that was the end of our rally. Like we actually DNF'd. Like we did
really?
we did not finish. Yeah, because you're not supposed to like you have to complete all the stages. So like we put the fire out and I'm like, okay, well like I don't know, like we're probably too late to get to the next stage at this point, whatever. But I let it cool down. We drove to town, drove the rally car right to Advanced Auto Parts, bought a hose, wrapped it in gold foil, put it back together.
That's what I did.
Whatever. Yeah. So the rest of the day, there was only like 2 or 3 more stages, but like technically we didn't do them, so we did not finish the rally, right off the bat. So, okay, cool. He's never DNF'd a rally, so we DNF'd a rally. So, he's never dealt with an intercom, not working. He's never dealt
learning.
He's never dealt with a car on fire.
Yeah.
And he's never DNF'd a rally. I did that all for him in his first
You're
stage.
a big glass half full guy.
Yeah.
I'd be punching the fucking air. I'd be
So-
like, "What the hell are we doing?"
I'm like, all right, cool. Like, tomorrow's the better stages anyway, right? Like, actually out in the forest.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, we'll
You're
chill.
gonna make it up.
We'll chill tonight. No big
problem.
deal. Later that night, stage 4 was supposed to be at like the fairgrounds, like where all these people come. Like everybody can come and spectate. You pay like $5 to like
Find
get
them
in,
out.
and you can watch the whole people like, race around the course basically.
Yeah.
Well, we had a freaking tornado warning, and like literally had a tornado roll through, so they canceled the stage and like made everybody go to like like a secure spot, so like a shelter.
Probably a party in there, though.
So yeah.
Honestly,
So-
probably was
yeah.
a bunch of hyped up
Oh, yeah.
racing
Oh,
people,
yeah, people
in
get
one
crazy.
secured location.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was like the end of day 1. So we start day 2, and we get through stage 2, like the first stage of the day. We get through the stage, everything's great. Car's still low on boost, whatever. We get to the next stage, spectator area. I roll the car.
Wait, what?
First time I rolled the car.
Ever?
Yeah, first time I ever rolled that car. I rolled
That
it
car.
at a spectator area with hundreds of people watching.
Dude, you would probably fucking look badass, though.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, there's footage of it.
Was that,
people, like,
was that a
help
first
you?
time
I
for
have
him
multiple.
too?
Oh, yeah. So he's never rolled a car. So I gave him his first roll right off the bat.
He's
right?
probably like, what the fuck did I sign up for?
Stage
This
2.
guy's trying to fucking kill me.
Stage 2 of the day. Give him his first roll. We landed on the wheels, but we landed on like a log that was like in some high grass. So I'm trying to get off it. So like can't get off it. Bunch of spectators come out, help me get off.
Now, is
it.
that
Yeah.
legal? Like,
Yeah.
they can do whatever?
It's in the rules.
But you can get out too and try to...
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like, but it was like there was nothing I was gonna do by
Yeah.
myself. So I was just like beeping the horn, getting people to come over, and like just doing this like out the window, like everybody. So a bunch of people came
Bro,
over.
had crazy waivers. when
Oh
they-
yeah.
Don't get out
Like
the fucking car.
Multiple fucking page waivers. Yeah.
Well, that's just for us. The spectators, it's free to go spectate. You're just out in the woods.
They don't sign a waiver?
No.
Wow.
What
So,
the
anyways,
fuck?
don't get out the car. Don't put your hands outside of the vehicle.
yeah.
Don't fucking take pictures.
No.
Don't fucking breathe.
Yeah, no. So
None of that.
So
None of that.
I don't know, probably 10 or 15 people pull us off this log. They, that I got to go backwards, right? But now the way that like they pulled me off the log, I'm facing oncoming rally traffic, right?
So you had a no mercy reverse.
And there was like a room there for me to like, turn around, but like everybody gets me off the log and like, cool, the car's moving, doors close, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Like I'm gonna go straight, I'm gonna pull a handbrake, and I'm gonna spin this thing 180 and start going down the stage. Dude running away from the car falls right in front of the car. I almost fucking hit him.
That's what I mean with the waivers.
I almost hit him. I almost run him over, right? So
I've never
another
ran
dude
over
literally grabs him. Like I stopped in
pulls him
time.
out.
I stopped in time, but like another dude comes and grabs him and just yanks him out of the way.
Oh my god!
I shoot up, grab handbrake, spin the thing around, go down the stage and finish the stage. Whatever. Okay. The only thing that happened, I blew out the two back windows. Somehow I rolled and only blew out the back two windows. I still have the original
windows.
I've rolled this
So the
car,
glass, like
like the quarter glass.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I still have the original rear windshield in this car, and I've rolled it 3 times.
That's impressive.
I have no idea how that works.
Nissan.
Yo, that
Maybe it's a testament to my cage building.
nah. Well,
Maybe.
Oh no, that was a legacy person, or Forrester, whatever the one was where they went on vacation.
The fuck are you talking?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
There was that cage that got done in 2 days when the person went on vacation right beforehand, or was going on vacation. Whatever cage that was, I thought that was the cage that
cage are we
would
talking
stand the
about?
rollover.
I don't know.
In Bill's career, there was somebody who built a cage right before they went on vacation. Am I fucking retarded or not?
Oh. Yeah. You're talking about my fab guy with the rally rental car.
Yeah.
Got
okay.
it.
You
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
idiot.
Yeah,
Pay attention next
Yeah,
time.
he built that in like 12 days.
This guy was in fucking La La Land when we were talking about that.
Like a full rally cage, like proper rally seat.
Yeah, for the rental.
mounts, like for the rental, like strut top
But
plates.
so
like
he didn't do this
all the
one?
car fab. No,
that
this
was
stage
already
was done
done.
before.
Okay.
I hired this other guy. So one thing about me is like I'm a fabricator.
When you want to be.
I'm a fabricator, but I am terrible at welding. So,
But
I
this-
don't want to say
but this
terrible.
cage,
no,
though.
not terrible at welding. I don't want to say terrible at welding.
This one worked.
I'm a fabricator, but I choose not to weld roll cages. I will not weld roll cages. I will give that to somebody who welds all day, every day. That's not a me thing. I'll do things that are not structural, not life threatening, whatever.
Yeah,
and I
totally
can do
fine.
a pretty decent job of it considering I taught myself. But like, I tell people every time, okay, cool. Like if you want to rally, a roll cage by me, I'll do your roll cage, no problem. But like, I'm not welding it. No problem. Like I've got guys that can weld. Like they do a fantastic job,
Give it to them.
They
That's
weld
their
all day,
specialty.
every day in their day jobs, or they're doing exactly what I've been doing. I've had Miro work for me. I've got Joey Accurso, Action Fab working for me right now, doing a cage. He's actually got a Ford Focus we're putting a cage in right now. But I use people that weld all the time, and I have no problem, no shame in telling anybody that I'm not a good welder. I've never been trained to be welding.
But you did the one, the S13?
No. One of my other guys did. Okay. But all the cages are built in my direction. Yeah. So it's like if something doesn't fit the way I want it, make a new tube. Whether I'm making the new tube or the fab dude's making a new tube, whatever. But anyway, so back to the story. We get through the stage after the rollover. We go through the next stage. We get back to service. Everybody's freaking out. All my service crew's freaking out because we rolled the car. Oh my God, let's check everything. Let's make sure everything's good.
She was probably mid.
And like, this is partially my fault too, because like I wasn't paying attention. Like I just, I'm worried about what's going on with the rally rental. Like, is the rally rental good? Like we get back to service. Is the rally rental good? Is everything okay? Like, whatever. Right. So I'm not paying attention. My co-driver, again, first real rally, he's not really paying attention or knows what to do on a lengthy rally at that time. And we ended up basically leaving service and not putting fuel in the car. So we made it through one more stage and then ran out of gas as we pulled up to the second stage. But the second stage is delayed. Like the second stage of that loop is delayed, right? Because of I don't know, like something within the stage, spectators, or like they just didn't have
Some
enough.
sort of unexpected mishap.
Yeah, they didn't have like enough volunteers there to like work or something to close some of the roads or something. So there was like a little bit of delay. And I'm like, oh, fuck. We just ran out of gas. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, we just ran out of gas. He's never run out of gas.
Oh, my
So I gave him another
God.
first.
Perfect.
Right?
This guy's getting his stripes this trip.
Dude, I look to my left. I'm like, there's my recce car. There's like my other daily driver, right?
So
Like
let me
an
just ruin another one.
Like an 06 2.5i, right?
Okay.
And the windows are down. I'm like, that means my crew guys are here. It means that the keys are probably in the ignition.
Yeah.
And they're like here somewhere, like to spectate, right? So I run over to the car. I jump out of the rally car, run over to the car. I look in the ignition. Fucking keys are in the ignition with the windows down. I jump in the car. I run all the way back to service about 15 miles away. I grab gas cans. The gas cans are empty. They're not even filled. I run to a gas station 10 miles away from there and then come back. And we missed, there's something called maximum lateness. So like the stage had started and everybody had gone.
Yeah.
Right? There's like from our start time, what would have been our start time for the stage, we have X amount of minutes. I don't know what it is. It's 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it is. We have X amount of time to get started on the stage before we're considered DNF again. So sure as shit, we missed maximum lateness by 1 minute.
Oh my God.
I literally missed
That
that.
would've
And
been
now
sick.
I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Right. Because the gas cans, if they were filled like they should have been,
Yeah.
I could have made it back in time. We could have gotten out, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyways, so I gave him his first time ever running out of fuel. So at that point, we had to go back to service. I finally figured out in the spare time that we had waiting for the last leg of the rally, which was the last 3 stages of the rally. I finally had some time to sit there and try to figure out why the hell the thing didn't have boost, like full boost. So I figured it out. I fixed the car. We go out for the last 3 stages, and I win all 3 last stages, and I set 2 new stage records on 2 out of the 3.
That was the anger fueling you.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
That's what that was.
I was so pissed. But again, the dude had never
And
won
you
a
still
stage.
did that with no comms in the
Oh
car?
no. I had
fixed it.
gotten my additional
say.
cord, my spare cord. That,
Yeah.
so we had intercom.
So you
going.
did end up at least winning that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that was at least some like reprieve. Like we had, you know, such a tough rally all around. You know, even just getting to the rally with like the whole motor problem with the rally rental and everything else.
Yeah.
And shuffling trailers and everything. But like we had gone through so much shit that rally that like it's kind of hard to forget every single thing that happened in that rally because every single thing was like a mountain to climb and get over.
They won
know?
the last like leg of the rally. What was the last?
Yeah, the last 3.
stage?
All the fucking heartache.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if you heard the part where we ran out of gas, and then I ran for gas.
Dude, I'm sorry. That was the longest piss I've ever taken.
Oh, dude, yeah, me too.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I had to.
where did that story go? I'm literally like,
They just
why?
he missed it. He missed it by 1 minute when he was coming back with a gas.
Yeah,
So he was pissed. And then the last stage, is that considered a stage?
Yeah,
the
last 3 stages.
Yeah. He basically set records and won all of them. And I was like, that was the anger.
He went to Coupes on his ass.
I was like, that was the anger fueling you.
I was
But with a
mad.
Tugan.
I was mad, but that's probably my most memorable. But the thing is like, I'm not the only rally team to have these incidents.
Oh yeah, I think it's a common
Every
rally.
rally team has this happen to them at one point or another, and like any rally team who tells you, oh yeah, you know my most memorable thing was when I won this, they're full of shit. Like
I fucking love that actually. Thank you for saying that.
The most memorable things are the hardest shit you go through. They're not the time where everything went perfectly right. You got, you know, good meal and sleep the night before.
Yeah,
and you just nothing happened and you just fucking won because you went fast down a stage. Like, who cares? Like, I don't know. Like for me here, like I think like rally is more about the adventure than it is about like the competition. You know what I mean? And like for me, like rally's fun. Like it's the most fun you can have in a car, especially rear wheel drive rally. It's the most fucking fun you can have in a car, right? It's like drifting, but like, you know, at fast speeds, fucking sideways. Like I'm drifting at 80, 90 miles an hour
through the woods.
Yeah, the
You know
through
what
the
I mean?
woods thing.
Like it's not just like I'm on a track and, you know, okay, cool, I got a fast entry. Like, you know, like whatever, like, you know, that's fun. But like, I don't know, doing it past trees and having spectators cheer you on and they get sprayed by gravel when you're fucking rear wheel drive and spraying that shit everywhere. They love that stuff, dude. They love that stuff.
There.
That's what they want. That's what they want that
give me
shower,
that fucking
bro. They want that
pebbles
gravel
and
shower.
shit.
You know?
Gravel shower.
Yeah, but I mean,
Where
that's
can
awesome.
people find, like, let's say as a spectator, they're listening to this, they're getting horned the fuck up, they're trying to fucking get sprayed by your fucking mud.
Hell yeah.
Where can they find you?
All right, so I mean,
And other people.
Find me or find
Find Rally. Where can they
Rally.
experience Rally?
All right,
in the
so-
Northeast. Somebody asked that in the chat here.
Got it. So Rally, the easiest way to find Rally in the U.S. is there's 2 sanctioning bodies. It's NASA rallysport.com. Basically the same NASA that runs like all the track stuff. They also sponsor U.S.
Not the spaceships.
They also sponsor like U.S. Drift and like Drift Indy and like all those Pro-Am series. They're all technically under NASA insurance and sponsored by NASA or whatever. But it's the same organization. We just have a different website. Instead of NASA Pro Racing, it's NASA rallysport.com. So there's a handful of rallies there. Most of them are on the East Coast. They're like more of like a grassroots level type of event. They're not like the pro stuff. If you want to go see Travis Pastrana rally and the factory Subaru team and some of these like WRC cars that have been imported over the last 5 years or so from Europe and stuff, that's American Rally Association.org, the longest freaking web address ever. I wish they would just do ARA Rally, which is like their Instagram. But that's basically what they're known as, like ARA. But the long is, that. But yeah, if you go to the schedule on any one of those websites, you can find a rally, especially in ARA. You can find a rally in any one of
I'm trying to check
region of the
trying to
area.
check one of those out.
Sick. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So,
Do you have anything that you wanted to end off on?
oh god, I don't know. I mean,
Hey, sorry, my co-driver.
sorry to my co-drivers. I hate crashing cars for you. No, I mean, I don't know. I think the biggest thing, and I see this with drifting, I see this with rally, you see this with like, I don't know, like any sort of competition. Like everybody thinks that their cars need to be prepped to the fucking nines. Don't give a shit. Go buy some shit box that's stock and fucking drive. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, that's the advice we always give too.
Driver mod nonstop. And if you can, I mean, drifting, it's always like rear wheel drive shit, but like any kind of racing, if you're doing any racing, rally, drifting, hill climb, road racing, time attack, anything, get your ass in fucking any car you can. Front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, turbo, non-turbo, fucking diesel, hybrid. I don't give a shit what the fuck it is. It could be a minivan.
Tesla?
Tesla. Doesn't matter.
Damn, that's crazy.
Teslas actually are some of the fastest autocross cars.
Yeah.
Because their weight.
It's
When
so
it rains,
heavy.
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah.
it rains, Teslas rule. They are the fastest thing because their weight they won't skid like other like lighter cars will with the rain. They can actually like tread water.
Yeah.
But anyways,
crazy.
like drive anything and everything you can to get that driving experience and get that seat experience, get that seat time. I mean, even just driving like dude, I tell people all the time, just driving my tow vehicle.
Yeah.
Like towing. You get so much seat time
That's amazing.
towing. And it all translates. Like racing is
Yeah.
racing, cars are cars. They all feel the same way. The only thing that changes is how they take off. Like above 40 miles an hour, a front-wheel drive car acts like a rear-wheel drive car, and a rear-wheel drive car acts like an all-wheel drive car. They're all basically the same above a certain speed. Like there's an advantage to all-wheel drive below that. Yeah, you can out-corner things quicker. You can, like there's more grip ultimately, but like they all have the same, it's physics. They all do the same thing. The thing that's contacting you with the road is the tires. Those are the only things that are contacting you with the road. So like tires are everything. Seat time is everything. Just go out and drive.
Fantastic.
And on that note,
Sensational. Check out at Broken Motorsports.
Yeah.
there's a couple, but
One word?
We'll put everything in the show notes too, so you guys can see everything.
Broken Motorsports is the shop. BleedingTarmac.com is our online parts store that's run by my wife.
And then William.
William Petrow _ racing is my
I only
Instagram?
know. I knew what it was because on the questions it said, "Am I going to make it there on time?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, did he just comment on his
I
own
wasn't
questions?
sure if I was going to make it here on time. It's like
But,
traffic everywhere.
Thank you guys. Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, thanks
Far
for
ass fucking
yeah.
drive.
Thanks
It's a
for
boring
having
ass
me.
drive.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't realize how far you were now.
Yeah,
So
2 hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take 295 to Turnpike?
Yeah, no.
Like you drive through Bell Mauer?
No, I take 206.
What the fuck?
Yeah, 206. Exit 7.
Oh, okay.
Turnpike.
Well.
Yeah, like Fort Dix.
Wait. Yeah. Dude, that's where fuck, you weren't with us that day.
Off-roading.
I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went
Oregon State
off-roading over
Forest.
there. Right
Yeah.
by over there in
I think
Fort
I've been
Dix.
near there though
Yeah.
before.
We took Fischetti out there.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Yeah, I'm down.
Malcolm, mind
206.
closing us out?
All
Thank
right,
you guys so
Malcolm.
much for listening. This has been Faction After Hours. We're killing so far in this new studio. We're gonna
Yeah.
have some more stuff to do. Billy, thank you so much, and good night.
See you guys later.
Peace.
You got so many stories.